I think we're live, dude.
Hey, what's up, everybody out there? Hey,
What's going on? Wait, Giovanni says Matt, AK God.
accurate. Thanks so much, Gio. I appreciate you, man.
I know. Gio, I freaking love Gio. He is a true fan.
Yeah, so it was really great. I got to meet him when I was up in Indy.
Me too. Yes.
So, and we have messaged on Instagram.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, he's a real one.
He's a real one. Yeah.
Gio, support and love for the whole team.
Yeah. Gio, it's good seeing you again, brother, and everybody else who's tuning in right now. You know, dude, Mike is asking Clint any input on EDC belt. Clint would have no clue.
I mean, why would you ask Clint?
Why would you ask Clint? We got the real OGs over here. We got Matt. You got me.
I mean, so when it comes to EDC belt, I'm not saying I'm the person you didn't necessarily want to ask because obviously I've always told people I'm not a huge handgun guy, but you got the man right here, Kaya, like FBI. He's all about the handguns, the tactical belt, and everything like that, man. So yeah, fuck Clint.
Exactly. Yeah, Clint. Like honestly, like the Clint. I don't even know why these guys are asking Clint when they can just ask me.
So much more qualified.
Because if you don't believe it, my mug should actually show my qualification right here, right?
Right. Trained.
Oh, wait, who?
Hey,
what the fuck?
What the hell y'all talking about over here?
I mean, rude much.
Yeah, this is some bullshit. Y'all over here talking shit and everything, and I'm over here like trying to do my work. I'm all kitted out. There's my everyday carry belt.
Oh, where this guy came from?
I just knocked over shit.
Are you in your mom's basement? What's going on there?
Aren't you supposed to be on Instagram talking trash about ATF and attacking them or something?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always doing that. You guys know that.
Clint, don't ever do dog. That's all I gotta say.
Don't ever do dog. Clint, don't get a dog.
Yeah, I've got a few actually. All right, they're my those are my early warning.
Yeah, my early warning. Just start seeing a couple of pops. You know, they're coming in.
Right. By the way, I like your mug. Here's my mug. It's my "Don't Tread on Me" mug.
Right. Oh, okay. That's big.
There we go. And going for the ammunition bourbon tonight.
Oh, you want some? I got some.
No, that's all right.
Yeah, we don't have a problem.
I gotta drive home after this.
You don't? Did I
gotta try.
I have a bed.
No.
No? Okay. Whatever out. Clint, wait.
Clint never got back to me on my rights.
Oh yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, Sal. I completely forgot to look into that. So this guy got an MG42 parts kit, and apparently he got that stuff seized.
Ooh. Why?
Even though it's like demilled or whatever, I think from what I understand.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, hey, you got to take him to court, man. That's the only way to fight. Wait. Kaya, you got your Shirley Temple?
Yeah.
Hi, Andy. Jesus. Don't sleep with the feds. Well, I'll tell you.
Definitely never been in bed with the feds.
I would not be sleeping.
Oh, man. So, all right. So somebody asked earlier about a EDC belt, right? Because I really like them. I got usually the belt that I wear underneath my battle belt or whatever. I just got done shooting a video. That's why I have this on. But
what kind of belt is that, Clint?
So this is the oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. It's yeah, they do AWS gear. It's AWS gear, and this is the SMU SMU, like Special Mission Unit or something. I don't remember. But anyway, the underbelt, which is the Velcro, I actually use that one quite a bit because it's nice, lightweight. And then if you get the thinner one, you can use that with your concealed carry holsters and stuff, which is pretty cool. But the one that I've been using a lot lately, if I just want like a standard belt, is the ratcheting system belt. I forgot what those are called too. God dang it. I wasn't planning to hop on tonight, so here we are.
You just have all your kit on.
I think you were like a sniper. Dude. You were just waiting for that clock to hit 6 o'clock, and then boom, you just.
Well, I got the notification like everybody else that it was going on at 6, and then what do? I was going to tune in and watch, but you guys are just over here talking shit. So hey,
it was Matt.
Yeah, just me. Yeah, that was.
That was it.
Dude, your basement, man. I'm jealous. And that seems you're ready.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of ready. I got a lot more I got to do down here, and I'm doing, some out in the out in the yard too over there. You know, I'm putting in a range in the backyard and putting up a 8 by 32 foot wall. So that way I can shoot. And it's just going into woods. I got several acres of woods back there. I don't have to worry about stray rounds, but I want that up just in case anybody were to ever say anything. I can just, cover my ass or whatever.
So you can actually shoot right from your door or your window out and it's fine?
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
I can too. I mean, shot at downtown. I don't think anybody's going to prosecute me.
If you're still in Chicago, it might just be, pretty much nature.
Yeah, it's just like
covered by the background noise. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah,
right. Next, that's it. Daryl Watkins just got a next belt. That's what it is. Yeah, that was the right one. Yeah, appreciate it, Daryl.
Daryl, man, how's it going, man? Good seeing you, by the way.
Yeah.
See, I told you.
It's his mom's basement.
Yep.
Oh man.
Scott knows. Yep.
Scott knows.
Scott knows what's up. Yep. Scott, good to see you again, man.
Oh, dude, this is good stuff, man. I love this. Okay. This is the first time I had like you and Matt all together, all three of us, like live, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm digging this. I'm digging this big time.
So, all right. So we just finished up with the bolt gun series, and something that I talked about my last stream was the night vision shooting.
Oh, so much fun.
Ooh, yes.
So we can talk a little bit about that, because I got into a little bit of nod talk on Monday, and I'm not gonna be here for the entire stream. I won't take up everything, but I just want to have a little bit of fun real quick. But for me, the clip-on stuff, I thought was really cool. The Neaths that Matt and I shot with, and Ryan, I thought was really freaking cool, and it was perfect for shooting what we were doing. Now you had I
had the Rattler.
Rattler. That's what.
Dude, I thought like Rattler was like what, at least $2, $3, $4 grand. I think it's like it's really expensive.
It was, yeah.
And it was just, dude. It's an amazing piece of equipment, but
again, it's just the right tool for the right job, right?
Exactly.
The Neath that we were using, fantastic for the type of shooting we were doing. We had the illuminator set up downrange on the target. It worked fantastic.
Yeah.
But the Rattler is really something that you would use more for hunting or other elimination of warm targets.
Yeah. So I couldn't and when I saw this later on, Clint, remember when I was like, well, we're going to be all in 8 power. And you're like, 8 power? I'm going to be at 2.5 hour. And like, 4 power. Yeah. Then I learned the Neath 4 power was literally my 8 power on my 525. It's just because mine, it really was very close. Your 4 power was not true 4 power. It was like real zoomed in. And, but yeah, it was a great time, man. I wish we did more of that stuff.
Yeah. No, I have a feeling that we're going to be doing a lot more of it coming soon, so. But anyway, well, I'll hop off here, though, and let you guys do your thing. I just needed to come in and defend myself. Yeah.
Somebody's asking this, like, thoughts on Hawa 1500. I don't know what this is.
It's a bolt gun, the Hawa. I think Matt probably has a good opinion of Hawa.
What is this, dude?
No, yeah, I love Hawa rifles. So, they are so I don't own any non-surplus bolt action rifles, but Hawa as a brand is definitely one of the really reputable brands that I see out there.
Okay.
And what's cool is there's a lot of aftermarket support, so you can buy chassis and mag conversion kits and all kind of stuff. And they, it definitely, again, without hands-on experience, it's definitely a platform that I think would be good to, as far as someone who was interested in getting into a bolt gun.
Yeah, I'm literally the bolt gun series was my very, very first time doing any long range anything. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not ashamed to admit it. That was the very first time, and it is a different world.
Yeah,
like I love that thing, and quite honestly, like I want to know this. Like Clint, while you're here too, we should actually talk about what should we do next. Dude, these series are amazing, and you know what I also think? Like, before we even get there, I feel like on the bolt gun series, there should have been one episode, individual challenges, where we just switch guns. Like, I got the Savage. You know what I'm saying? Just one episode.
I will co-sign that. That would be
yeah.
I think what would have been an interesting take is if we do something similar, but we have to use iron sighted rifles instead of magnified optics, because I've shot plenty of 1903s and Car 98s and Enfields. And, I've never shot them to 500 yards, but I've shot them out to 200, 250 yards. And it's amazing, like the how thin the 1903 front sight blade is. You can still, be able to acquire your target even at a substantial distance. It's so thin and precise that it doesn't block out that target, even if you're shooting out to 200 yards. That would have been fun instead of all your little cheaty magnified optics.
I mean, well, Savage. I'm sorry, Savage didn't have that for you.
I mean, what did your magnification go up to again? Like 24 power or something?
25.
Yeah.
But,
So you literally were able to make the target twice as big as I could on my scope. So just eliminate that altogether.
Are we gonna in this live stream talk about all the excuses? Is that what's gonna happen today?
Maybe.
But seriously, what should we do next, dude? What do you think, Clint?
So I saw where somebody said we should do like SBRs next, and I'm like, that would be cool. That would be cool, except for
You want me to talk to my boys?
Talk to your boys. Again,
oh, dude, might as well run with it. I'm already the Fed boy. But dude, what about shotgun series?
I was getting ready to say that too. I think that would be pretty freaking dope. And with the chat here on the live stream, guys, what would you like to see next? We've talked about 2011 builds.
Well, Master Blaster wants your he's very close to your nuts.
Yeah.
I noticed that Master Blaster was hanging really tight. He's hanging from your nuts. I keep going. All right.
What? I'm so confused.
Dude has just been.
So Kai was talking about one comment. I clicked on another. Here you go. So this is Master Blaster's comment.
Oh. Yeah. That's pretty funny. Well, I mean, if there's anything that the bolt gun series proved is that I'm at least not a better shooter.
Oh, dude, I love this stuff. Yeah. So what were you saying? You were saying shotgun something?
Yeah, I think shotguns would actually be pretty freaking cool. I think I'm doing obviously we could have pump action versus semi-auto, like two teams. One team has, both teams have a shotgun, have a semi-auto and a pump action, and then we really just run it. One might have more of a combat application versus one having like a competition application. If we do a hunting application, then whoever that is, you just get 2 rounds and you're done.
I'd probably be Matt.
Yeah. Actually, I think it's your turn, Kaya, to be at the bottom of the turn.
Wait, is that how it works? Like, how about we do this? Since I was at the top, I slowly go back down.
So I thought we covered this before. Maybe when we were picking out who got the more expensive one at the beginning of this series. But so I know Clint's had the top and the middle. And did you ever have the least expensive option?
Yeah, I think that was me at some point. We did a pistol and everyday carry EDC, and I can't remember if the EDC one, because you had the high end, the SIG, right, Matt?
Yep, I had the high end on that one, and the other pistol one I had the low end where I had to build my pistol.
Yeah, you had the P80.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I had the low end at one point. I'll have to double check.
I'll take the low end this time.
Yeah.
I mean, fine. I'm good with it. So what are we doing? Shotgun? I
don't know. It depends. It depends on.
I think shotguns can be fun. Yeah.
I'm also like, okay.
Plus, you know what we've never done? We've never done like skeet shooting or trap or something.
No, that would be fun. Yeah.
That would be a great time.
For sure.
So we would have to get the infrastructure done, like by that. What was that? Like some machine that kind of throws stuff?
No, like there are ranges. There are several ranges around even this area.
Take Aim has it. Yeah.
Oh, Take Aim has it?
In fact, or sporting clays would maybe be a better option than skeet or trap, really, where you have to drive through the course and at each station it's set up differently. That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That actually sounds pretty good. Okay. I mean, obviously shotgun stuff is going to have to be kind of close range, different shells. But I'm game with it, man. I mean, I pump action. Like, I'm not a shotgun shooter either. I mean, I was issued one at A70, but you think I ever picked that one up during a critical incident? I always grab my AR-15. So I'm not really a big shotgun guy either.
Yeah, I truly do love shotguns, even though I give them like a lot of shit. That's just because a lot of people talk about shotguns for home defense. And if anybody here just thinks they want to get a shotgun for home defense, the reason I'm kind of like not for that is because first and foremost, limited capacity. Secondly, there's more than just pulling the trigger if you get a pump action. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
And so under a stressful situation, I've seen it more times than not, especially newer shooters. What will happen is a lot of people will go ahead and pull the trigger. And let's say you're doing an advancement drill, you're having to run up on the target and you're doing like a combat application of a shotgun. Now all of a sudden they pull the trigger, they get to where they got to go and they forgot to rack it. They go to shoot and they're like, uh-oh, dead trigger. And it's like, no, you forgot to rack the damn thing.
Yeah. Dude, and shotgun, the pump action, like you got to have always both hands available to get that thing going.
Yeah. And
You
so
know?
that's why I just say, I mean, if you want to run and gun with a shotgun, I'm more power to you. Just make sure you get that training and you really are practicing with it and you really do put in the time, because again, the scariest thing in my mind is in that life or death situation, you draw down on your threat, you pull the trigger and nothing happens.
Oh, dude, dead man's gun. That's what we call it.
Yeah.
Well, they say that the two scary sounds is a click when you expect it to bang and a bang when you expect it to click, right?
Yeah. And
Or a pilot coming on the intercom going, "Oh shit." That'd be pretty
Also
scary
a bad day.
Yeah. Dude, isn't that funny how you hear that click? Even in a loud environment, you just hear that click.
Yeah.
When it goes click, you're like, oh, yeah. That's why, dude, I've done a lot of simulations, training, lots of them. I don't even know how many, so many of them. And all those malfunctions, everything happens to you during these live trainings that you do. You got the sim guns like the Glocks, but you're firing those pretty powerful, I guess, simulation rounds. They make you bleed. Like you actually, and it's so funny. You get a little hiccup, tap rack. The guy's coming at you, you're getting hit. Like it just gives you that as close to reality as possible. I've done a lot of those, and even in those like really loud environments, you can hear that click. You can feel that click. You're fighting the guy, he's punching you, and you feel that click. It's weird. It's weird how that is.
So I like the shotgun idea. I did see someone who I thought had a good point, like a 9mm kind of carbine.
PCC type?
Yeah, PCC. We always have the different levels. So especially now, if we're gonna have Ryan back in the mix, we gotta have 4 different levels, right? So it can go from high point all the way up to like tricked out CMMG.
I was gonna say, I mean, we're gonna be working with, spoiler alert, kind of wink, wink, maybe not, working with Terran Tactical soon, and maybe we get one of those SIG MPXs, that John Wick used. I mean,
oh, come on.
That thing is sick, so that could be the high end, which it won't go to you, Kaya, because we've already done that. You've already done high end. I think it's actually Ryan's turn to be high end, right? Or does he get the second?
Solos. I think it's Matt. Wait, Matt just had the SIG, and then he had the Savage, I guess, down low. Matt's definitely got to be either mid or high.
Yeah, I got to be toward the upper end. I'm not saying I got to be the highest. So yeah, maybe Ryan gets the absolute highest, and then maybe me.
You get the one below.
Well, so maybe I don't know, me then
Clint. Well, I'm getting the low end stuff, right? Okay, so I'm getting the low end stuff. Barrel. Sounds good. Hey, I'm good with it.
Enjoy your high.
Let me tell you guys, anybody who's watching right now, folks. Yes, you want to win. It's so much fun. Like you want to do better, right? You want to do good, but just to be in the mix in these series, it doesn't matter where you place. It's a blast.
Yeah, it is. It is a lot of fun.
So I don't care.
Hey guys, give me just a second. I'll be right back. I gotta go take care of the dogs really quick because they haven't been out all day.
Wait. We haven't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
Wait, we're on our way. Just stand by. Oh, that's so funny. That's funny.
Surprise guest by Clint.
By Clint. He says he's going to be back. We'll see. But so what do you think? Shotgun or a 9mm?
So I think 9mm will give us a little bit more ability to distinguish between some of the different levels. Maybe I like that idea, 9mm PCC. But shotgun, I think shotgun would be interesting because we could do some different types of shooting than we've ever really done before. Yeah. That would be really cool too.
Well, let's ask the chat. All right, folks who's watching right now for the next series for the classic firearms, like what we just did, like the bolt gun series, should we do 9mm PCC, like high end to low end, 4 of us, me, Matt, Clint, and Ryan, or should we do shotgun? What do you guys think? Let us know. I don't know. I want to read the comment section. I think World War I guns.
Yeah,
Matt would take us on that.
Take you up on that, man. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, what's in the mug? It was coffee. I just finished it. I'm gonna go get some more. Do you want some more? Or are you good?
I'm good for now. That's good. Respect for respect. Definitely appreciate it, man. Let's hear. Michael said, "Oh, we could use the Henry Homesteader 9mm." I know we've got in that rifle before. Clint got one to test out. Say PCC, love how you kit out. See how you kit. Absolutely. That would be great. A KP9. Show a little AK love in the PCC contest while we're at it. 9mm PCC, shotgun with brand new content. All right. So shotguns would be cool. So I think we're pretty even so far in the comments with between 9mm.
9mm PCC it is then.
So Scott, why didn't I use a Dragunov in the distance contest? Blame Kaya for picking out the rifle I had to use. I didn't have a choice in the matter.
Guys, wait, okay, Scott, but based on that question that Scott just asked, Scott, he hasn't watched the very first episode. Because if he did,
well, and to be fair, it was a bolt action rifle series, right? So the Dragunov would have been fantastically cool, but didn't really meet the.
Oh, that's a semi.
Yeah.
Well, wait, there's a Car 98 that we were going to pick for you, and then I picked the Savage. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, Kaya.
You're welcome. It worked for me.
Both. What is this one thing? Both. Chevy Jim. I approve, man. Like, yeah, absolutely. We should just do both series.
Well, it's simultaneously can't. I mean, back to back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just do one, then the other.
Yeah, dude, I'd be game.
Idea.
Dude, I'm not going to give the name yet because you know why. Mm-hmm. We just got those little shotguns, which I'll give the name. I think pretty soon that'll be a classic for sure. There's no way they wouldn't be.
So yeah, I will say that we've carried the brand before, but just never in this platform.
That's right. So,
so it's interesting to see, what this will do. We're going to test it out against some well-known alternatives. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how it does.
And but, you played with it today, just without shooting, obviously. Felt pretty good, right? Pretty good quality.
I mean, so again, just from picking up, it felt like it was pretty decent. The action was very smooth. I'm interested to see how, like the stock kind of holds together and stuff, being that it was polymer. But again, polymer stocks are very normal for this type of platform.
Well, remember that's the tube is metal.
Oh yeah, there's an internal tube that's metal.
Yeah. So
we're being vague enough, I think.
That's Wait, Crunchy Taco. This guys, my man is here. He's regular. You helping get reps in? Of course. Well, Matt, I wanted to have. I mean, I really want to say this. I really enjoy doing videos with Matt. Any chance I get, like it doesn't matter what video that is. I prefer to do it with Matt because it's fun, right? It's fun to do that video. But a lot of times he's busy doing some other stuff. I wanted to have him over, kind of. Chit chat a little bit, obviously show him my place too, because he's never been to my place, and also do a live stream. I thought it would be a lot of fun, so that's why I've got him here. I think Matt's going to do his own live stream sometime, but I just think it's fun to do it together.
So here's the thing, right? You've got this nice apartment. You've got the space to yourself.
Yeah.
I have a family, including small children, and I would never be left alone. Y'all would be constantly inundated with
hey,
interruptions.
Guess what? You got to come over more. We'll do it at the office, but I mean, this is just set up already. So,
excuse me, guys, I'm getting over being a little sick, but
yeah. DJ Griffith says,
"All right." So, my opinion of this, he is a very neat place. You can obviously tell he does not live with children. But I heard what his rent was, and like -5 stars because. This is way too much money. I got a mortgage on my house, and I pay half of what he pays.
Guys, I'm single. So because I'm single, when I was in Chicago, I lived in downtown Chicago. I've always lived, actually, before that, in the suburbs. I had girlfriends and stuff like that. But then when I was single, I was like, I'm going to live in the city. And I really liked it. Everything was available. I just go all over. Although, yes, politically, I'm obviously conservative. But so it was kind of weird. But living in the city as a single person, it was great. So when I moved down to Charlotte, I was like, oh, I got to do it again. I don't know anybody in Charlotte, so it would make sense. Yes, I do pay a little bit high on rent, but I really do like being close to everything. Location, yeah.
Well, so another factor is I live in the free state of South Carolina as opposed to in Charlotte.
Is North Carolina not free?
It is more expensive though. So
way more.
Yeah.
It is way overpriced for Charlotte. Like Charlotte's acting like they're New York City or something. Really, I swear to God, like Manhattan. No, take it easy, Charlotte. They're literally asking over $2,000 for this little apartment.
Yeah. So, but yeah, getting back to so let's see here.
Wait.
Let's see. Girl shoot trap. All right.
You girl. Okay, wait. Let's put that on the screen. You're good, man. Take it easy.
So sorry.
You're fine. Wait. I'm gonna shoot some trap. I'd love to. Wait, somebody's asking this. I want to know actually. There, Aaron. Oh man, Aaron, is that you in the photo? Look at
Best
that guy. That
AK
guy's
rifle.
freaking jacked.
It's hard to pick one, and I think that's because I feel like different brands do different things really well. So also, it kind of depends on budgetary concerns. Like if you're talking about unlimited budget versus like a reasonably affordable rifle that people could actually go buy, right?
Yeah.
I have a Sega rifle that is just absolutely fantastic. But since they've been banned, the price on those things have just skyrocketed. And to be honest, like I don't think that all Segas were really that fantastically well put together. It's really cool to have a Russian built AK, but there were certainly some that came in that
it's like the Turkish shotguns. Some of them are good.
I mean, you got to remember when they first came in, these things were only like $400. Like they were not expensive they're expensive AKs when they came in. I'll tell you what. I mean, the Meridian Defense rifles that I've seen have been fantastic. Clint's back.
What the? Daniel's clogging the toilet right now. Apparently,
I wouldn't be back that quick if I was clogging the toilet. I can tell you right now.
I promise you, 45 minutes minimum. I know that. Minimum. He's got.
So anyway, what's the best AK rifle, Matt?
Well, we were just talking about that. So
Operator Clint right here.
I think Meridian Defense is really cool. I really do like Arsenal rifles. I think that they're a fantastic production rifle. But again, it's hard to say one specific rifle is the best because there's so many considerations, whether that be budget or other things you're looking at.
Yeah, I'm learning about the whole AK stuff. I shot my very first AK. If you don't count, I think I fired like 2 rounds one time a long time ago. My very first mag after I left law enforcement. Like it was less than 2 years ago. And I was in Turkey. Like I was in a video for SAR at that time. I was at the SAR's factory and they gave me this full automatic AK.
Yeah.
And the guy's like this, he handed it to me. I'd never shot it before.
I thought you guys over there just got them on your 5th birthdays to dump in the air.
Well, that's my cousins, but no, it's like he handed it to me and they're videotaping me. And they're like, hey, full auto, go for it. And I'm like, okay, I never fired an AK before. And now you want me to do full auto and it's on camera and I got to really represent. So it was a great time, but I don't know. Like I was literally like C-clamping that thing, blocking the front sight. Like it was terrible. All right, let's see what we got. Clint's just, what are you doing? Taking stuff off or what?
Yeah, man. I mean,
why you got a mic on you?
I told you I just got done recording a video. I wasn't kidding.
he was strapped with a lavalier mic.
Yeah, I mean, I had my get up. You know what I'm saying?
Who is this Whipple Coyote? I'm gonna ban this guy. This guy sounds like he needs like a loser or something, right?
I mean, yeah, he probably has like a dead end job and
he probably has an ACR and just about every other gun that I want.
Yeah, he probably has like the smallest. That's why you got to buy that, get that GT500 to kind of compensate.
Oh yeah.
I
mean, his name's probably Josh. Yeah.
Oh, probably Josh. Drinks Monster.
How dumb of a name is Josh anyway?
I know.
Apologize to any other.
He's probably like some skinny guy too. There's no way this guy's got any muscle on him.
Yeah, he eats like a 4-year-old.
Like the Chuck E. Cheese, right?
Yeah, chicken nuggets as an adult. When you go out to a restaurant.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Anybody who's wondering who this Whipple Coyote is, he's our friend. He works with us.
Yeah. I just saw. So here we go. Bobby, great picture, man. That's awesome. I know it's turning Matt on. So anyway, Bobby's wanting to know if there was a zombie outbreak, which weapon would you prefer?
I would take Matt.
You just Matt.
Matt.
Just.
So here's why. You ready for this?
Yeah, go ahead. Hit me.
Forgive me, Mom. All right. So when they are chasing us, they can catch Matt, and I can keep going.
Cardio, right? Rule number 1, cardio.
They can be busy with Matt.
It's the entire thought process of, look, I don't have to outrun the bear. I don't have to outrun the enemy. I don't have to outrun the zombie. I just have to outrun you.
I learned this in the FBI Academy.
You know what?
I'm joking.
I don't care how many reps you do. It's going to be awfully hard to run when I put one through your kneecaps. That's all I'm saying.
Damn, I thought we were friends. I just ran.
This man's like saying, "Oh, I'm going to leave you behind."
Fine. Fine, I'll shoot him. All right, what are your thoughts about? Whoa.
5 master race. Thank you, Clint. I appreciate you highlighting that.
I figured you'd like that. I mean, dude, you got so excited right off the bat. You just, 5, 4, 5.
Whoa, sounds like Chinese. Chinese. You get you want your monster?
Yeah, I'm gonna get another drink. I'll be right back.
Good.
All right, Matt's leaving.
I'll be right back.
All right, what were you saying, Clint? Wait, let me see. Okay, who and when is the next podcast?
So we've got a couple of different potentials up there. Who would you guys like to see is the big question. And here's what we have to do or what you have to do for us, because believe me, we've tried to reach out to plenty of people to get on the podcast, things like that, but a lot of people are busy. Imagine that, right? And so what you need to do is blow up their DMs. Every time they post something, tag @Classic. Hey, go on @Classic Firearms Official Podcast. Tag me, tag Kaya, tag anybody you can ever ask, and just keep doing it. Just spam these people, depending on who it is. You know, I keep saying we need to get. Well, back when he was, somewhat relevant. Now, thank God he's not. I was going to say we need to get Beto O'Rourke on the podcast and actually talk to him about how he planned on, hell yes, taking our AR-15s and our AK-47s. How would you actually, that is, if you ask me, that is one of the best questions is, you plan on taking it. How? Because I can tell you right now, those motherfuckers aren't going to be the ones that are stacking up. You know what I mean? They're not going to be the ones that are going to be kicking in doors and stuff like that. They're going to send somebody else to die. So
that's right.
So,
Did you see Gavin Newsom just signed a bill, 20% taxes on ammunition and guns? Like, hey, if we can't ban the guns, we can increase taxes, so it's harder for you to get them. How crazy is that?
Right.
What's the thought process of denial, right?
Yeah, like what the hell? What do you think about that, Matt?
I think every restriction is an infringement. But so, like, theoretically, that's a way that politicians can go, right? So if they can't pass a law that says we're going to ban ammunition or we're going to put a background check on ammunition, they say, oh, okay, well, we can tax it. And I think that whenever, and this is kind of maybe a warning to all those guys out there who are a little bit gun snobs. Every time we make things more expensive, we're denying access to a part of the population.
Restriction.
So, guns for everyone should also mean guns that are affordable for everyone. So, next time you see someone who's got something that's not the coolest, most Gucci'd out AR or something, just keep in mind, maybe that's what he can afford and everyone has a right.
So that's, because so I used to work at ADP, Automatic Data Processing, and I was a payroll consultant, hated my job. But anyway, working there, it wasn't anywhere near gun friendly or anything like that with most of the people there. And I used to get into these conversations with people all the time. And one of the conversations was, look, I'm not saying that we need to take AR-15s off the streets. I'm just saying they need to be taxed or so expensive that, you just make it impossible to afford. And I'm like, okay, cool. So what you're saying is low budget income individuals don't have the right to defense with one of the best tools on the market to do that. And they're like, what? No, I'm like, you are literally budgetist, right? Like you are racist against people that are low income. You are a, and I just, elitist. And I went, elitist. And they're like, what? No, I donate all the time and this and that. And it's like, oh man, you're on the defense now, aren't you?
Yeah.
And so that's something that I always thought was kind of funny when people want to say like, oh, let's just make it so expensive. And it's like, okay, that is very illogical, and ultimately you are taking away the right to defense with one of the best tools to defend your life with from people that may not be able to afford the most Gucci gear and things like that. So
this might kind of go a little bit afield, but like if you think about, that's what the NFA was about, right? So the NFA passed this $200 tax on the transfer of certain articles, and it was because at that time they didn't think they could just ban those things. They said, no, we don't have the ability to just say you can't have a machine gun. But instead, we're going to make it cost $200 to acquire the machine gun. And at that point, that $200 dwarfed the cost of the firearm. It was an order of magnitude more expensive than just buying the gun. Now, they never changed that $200 amount. So nowadays, that $200 is, for a lot of people, and a little bit of an afterthought. If you want the rifle and can afford the rifle, you're going to pay the $200. But that just goes to show, that was the strategy they were going for was, hey, we're going to expense you out of being able to acquire this thing because we can't ban it. Now they're talking about just banning things, but when there's not a political will, we're going back and saying, hey, we're going to price you out.
That's it. That's the loophole, right? They're getting around it. And what One of my brothers right here, look, says Erdal Melek Juventus. Thanks, brother. At least you can buy guns in your country. Be happy with that. Now I'll tell you this: never settle. We're not going to be just happy because we can buy it. I know it sucks in Turkey. I get it, but you don't settle for that. You can't be, oh, you know what? At least we can get some. No,
Right.
You don't give an inch. That's what I learned, And a girl just most recently asked me, a really sweet, nice person, but she doesn't know anything about guns. She asked me that infamous question. Well, okay, I mean, I believe in the Second Amendment. People should be able to protect themselves, but why do you need a military-style AR-15 assault rifle? She asked me that. Literally, we were drinking coffee just a Sunday, walking a trail.
Anybody that asks that, I believe in the Second Amendment, but why do you feel the need to own? It's like, then you don't believe in the Second Amendment and ultimately what its purpose was.
Yeah,
right?
and you know what? I don't blame her. You know why I don't blame her? Because she knows nothing about guns. She just watched CNN, right? That's literally what it was. And here's what I'm going to tell you. And Clint, you know this very well. Like, I'm going to ask you, Clint, when you're out there in the battlefield, why don't you do it with your pistol? Why do you pick your M16, M4? Why? I just want to know.
Well, first of all, I've never been to a
I mean,
battlefield.
as a soldier, any soldier, right?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? Why do they pick their M16s?
Well, you want the best tool for the job, and you're not going to go with a pistol. You're not going to go with a shotgun, especially if you're going to go in engagements where I think the average length of engagement or distance of engagement was anywhere between 200 to 300 yards for Afghanistan. And so with that, I want the tool that's going to get that job done. And 200 to 300 yards, we know is a very easy for 5.56, and also the primary weapon of the enemy combatant, which is the 7.62 by 39 AK. Mm-hmm. Both of those rounds, 200 to 300 yards, they're playing ball easy. You know what I mean? Yep. Now, 5.56, you might be a little bit more accurate out at that distance inherently and things like that. So that might be something that a lot of people are going to take into consideration. And the United States military, after decades and decades of evaluation and testing, found that, hey, the M16 works. It took a little while to get it there, but the M16 works, and a lot of the weapons that we have, there are 7.62 NATO, the M240, the different CSAS weapon systems and DMRs and stuff like that worked in that engagement or in that distance very, very well, and out to greater distances as well if need be. So that's why I'm going to go with something that's battle proven and all of that, because it is effective. It is combat effective.
Yep. So this is what I told her. I said, number one, it's Second Amendment. I have the right to own this. That's why. That's my only reason, and that's the only thing you need to know.
Right.
Because that's really the truth, right? That's it. But I like you. Let me give you some explanation, I said, right? I said, as a former law enforcement, anytime we had a threat, shots fired, a guy with a gun, whatever, you better believe I open my trunk and I grab my AR.
Right.
And the reason for that is the AR-15, now this is the same argument, multi-role adaptability, that the other side does. Like, well, it's higher capacity, really deadly rounds and this and that, more accurate. I said, yes, that is correct. That is why I grabbed that gun, because I have higher capacity, easier to shoot for me, like more accurate shot placement, and yes, more devastating round. Because when I'm faced with a threat, I want to be able to get that threat neutralized as fast, as easy as possible to save my life and those around me. And that's what I did. When I was in law enforcement, that's what we would pick. She's like, but that's what law enforcement, what about you? I was like, because I'm faced, if I'm at home.
Because the Supreme Court has ruled that law enforcement has no specific duty to defend you or protect you.
That is actually also true. You know what I'm saying? So
it's my responsibility to protect me. I can't abdicate that.
But here's the deal. Here's the irony, or hypocrisy. Law enforcement, military, they use an M4, right, or AR-15 to more effectively combat a threat across from them. In military, I get it, 200-300 yards and multiple enemy combatants. They're firing at you in a sync of platoons, whatever. I get that, right? Law enforcement, you get one guy too. You get one assailant out there doing stuff. Why do they use that? Why did we use that? Because it literally, you have to have the mass over the enemy or threat, whatever, to overcome it. You can't just send exactly the same force and kind of expect to win that, because it goes 50-50. So that's why we always overpower the threat. Well, the same thing applies to me. If you and I are sitting right here and somebody walks in here, I want to be able to overpower that. And that's why AR-15 or AK in your case.
I'd be good. That's all I'm saying.
I think so.
And also, there are a couple other good points made too about I saw somebody over here. Bam. So Sean Knapp also hits the nail right on the head with, hey, I believe in the Second Amendment, but why do you need, AR-15 stuff like that? Well, first of all, you're absolutely right. They're not assault rifles.
They are AR, dude. Assault rifle.
No, Jesus.
Armalite.
I know he's being sarcastic, but still.
No. They're not assault rifles, but that's how it is now, right? The street recognizes them as assault rifles. I mean, they're not. It's Armalite, obviously. We get it.
Yeah.
But, so I think it's kind of interesting because when you think about the way technology develops over time, right? Like we have medicine, and then we develop better medicine, and we develop better medicine, and no one ever says, "Hey, we shouldn't use the most effective medicine to treat the problem." But firearms is this weird technology where, for some reason, some people are like, "Hey, we've gone through a process of developing firearm technology, and if you want to defend yourself, then you would naturally gravitate toward, what is the most effective piece of technology to defend yourself with." And they're like, no, that's too good. You can't have it.
That's what I'm saying.
You're defending yourself too well.
Yeah. As a law enforcement officer, I'm allowed to grab the AR-15 and go out there and whatever the threat is. But as a private citizen, I'm not able to. Well, the bad guys have them. So the guy's going to come at me with an AK. His name is Matt. And and I got to use my little Beretta.
But so, and actually, yeah, respect for respect. This is exactly right. So somebody else had a great comment, which is that amendments do not give rights. They simply guarantee the government doesn't mess with them. That's right. All of our rights are inherent to us. But then peoples are supposed to have equal arms to the military. That's what the 2A states. I mean, the whole point of the Second Amendment is that, the right to bear arms is incumbent to the people as a way of protection, both individual protection and a protection of the state. And, it started off with the gun that you owned was the same gun that would be in military service.
So, no, these are all freaking amazing points. I love the discussion. But, Clint, I'm going to ask you a question right now, and it's going to be fast. Bang, someone's kicking your door in right now. What are you grabbing? Come on, hurry up. What are you grabbing?
I literally have a whole slew of shit right here, but the one that's ready to go, one in the chamber always is my Mark 18. It's right there.
I knew it.
It's literally right there. Like that's my bedside gun. I've also got my AP5. That's my bedside gun, and also my FNX 45. That's my bedside gun, and also I do have my LMT that usually stays upstairs somewhere. My M4A1 that usually stays pretty close by as well. And yeah, there's an AK back here too. You might not be able to see it all the way back there, Matt, but yeah, there's my Meridian Defense right there too, and my Rostic.
Nice.
I can't, but yeah. So one of those will get grabbed, but it'll most likely be my
Mark 18. Yeah. It's good. It's nice
for home defense. It just works, that, and usually I have my Mark 18 lower with my 8.5 inch 300 blackout upper, and that I think is an awesome pairing for home defense.
Yeah, pretty good. What's this, Matt? Boys.
So it says another thing to overlook when people talk about how something is too strong, the AR-15 is too capable. Is that you as the victim are going to be on the back foot. The criminal has a plan for what they're doing that's wrong. So as soon as you make contact, you're already at a disadvantage. You need to claim every advantage you can, which I think is
you always react. You always react.
And exactly. There's no such thing as a fair fight, right? You always take whatever advantage you can. If your life is on the line, cheat.
And this is the thing, like the fair fight thing. People, for some reason, there's like negative connotation to this whole fair fight thing. Like, oh, if I say no, I don't fight fairly, some people think like, oh, it's a bad thing. No, I don't fight fairly. Like if you have a knife and you're attacking me, and if I have a 50 BMG and I will use that against you, like whatever it is, there's no such thing as fair fight. The only thing is, if there's a threat, I just do whatever I need to do to stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it as fast as possible.
Right.
If you died, that's on you. My intention is not to kill you. My intention is to stop you.
Break contact.
Yeah.
Well, Kai, you going to answer your own question? What would be the rifle or firearm that you grab?
Literally, it's right there, my MP15. Mm-hmm. That's what I have. And I got my Hellcat Pro right by my bed. So it'd be the handgun that I have. Because my MP15 has got 16-inch barrel with another couple of inches, that muzzle device. That thing is too long. Unfortunately, I live in a little one-bedroom apartment, so grab my Hellcat Pro, 15 rounds, good to go.
I'm not going to.
I would love to have the Mark 18, of course, if I was cool enough. But maybe some days I will. I don't know.
There's nothing wrong with the MP15. The thing runs, and I've always said it's a good basic AR that a lot of people, I don't think too many people sleep on it. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people look at it and like, okay, yeah, that's a pretty decent gun, and for the price and everything, yeah, it's not bad whatsoever.
It's never jammed on me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not joking. I haven't cleaned it in the last 5,000 rounds. It's very gassy, right? But it's never jammed on me, man. That thing is good.
As an aside, though, when people say that, I always think, isn't that kind of the minimum of what you expect out of your
Well,
firearm?
yeah, but unfortunately, guns, the bad magazine or bad ammo or guns are bad sometimes. That not everybody makes good guns, right? I've never had problems with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not an AK. Okay, I get it. It's not an AK.
I think the Smith & Wesson MP15 it's one of those things that I think it's a great firearm, especially since it kind of fits into that introductory price. It's not like a super expensive. Like, it's something that people can get into pretty affordable. Yeah.
Wow, wait, what's that?
You bring back the top 5 battles.
Yeah. So let's see here. So the top 5. So Donald Richardson, first of all, thanks for the super chat, bro. And he's saying you need to bring back the top 5 battles. Those were fun videos. Matt, didn't we just record one of those?
We did just record one, but I don't think that it's out yet. So y'all have
Wait, which one was it? Just spoiler, just the name, maybe. Come on, guy, help me out. No, they're not listening. Just tell me. I'm part of the team.
I'm the only reason I'm not answering it or saying it is because I actually don't remember.
It was top 5 value for dollar firearms.
That's what it was. That's what it was. Yeah.
No.
Oh, value for
value for money. So actually, a great
could
point
be a $10,000 gun.
I kind of made 2 lists, and I made one list, and it was exactly that. It was the top 5 budget guns. I said, you know what? That's not the question we're asking.
Mm-mm.
Top 5 value for money guns. Made a whole new list.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, I remember you guys did that. I don't know where I was. Any idea?
Yep. So randomly epic again. Thanks for the super chat. Any idea where I can get a tactical lever gun in 30-30 with a threaded barrel? Been looking and having trouble finding one. I'm surprised. So I know Henry makes the X models, which are pretty cool, but I think those are 357. And I know Marlin. I think Marlin might make one. Marlin might make a 30.
Marlin, yeah, I think so.
And then you can. I think is it Mad Pig Customs, Wild Pig Customs? It's ultimately the same guys that made what's his face's character in John Wick with the tactical takedown lever gun. They do a custom. They'll outfit it however you want it. It's pretty freaking badass. It's like that modern tactical lever gun. So take a look. I think there's Marlin that makes it the threaded barrel 30-30.
Mad Pig.
Is it Mad Pig Custom? Dude,
that's what he said.
That's what he said in the comments. Mad Pig.
Yeah.
Oh,
if Crunchy Taco says Mad Pig, he's probably right.
Yeah. So there's a couple there.
I love that guy.
Reliable dude.
I love that guy.
Yeah. So there you go. But yeah. So there's your answer there on that one. And looks like I've seen Ghost post this in here quite a bit now. What are your thoughts on Air Precision? B, what are your thoughts on the Timney Impact Trigger? Please answer. This guy was really wanting us to answer. And,
he's been persistent, yeah.
Yeah. So
which one is that? Timney Impact.
So Timney in general, fantastic. They make some of the best triggers out there, and God bless them. I stand by them, and I love them. And every time I've shot one, I've been really, really impressed. As far as Aero Precision goes, I've always been a big fan. First AR I ever built was an AR-10, sitting right there, actually. That is fantastic. It's an Aero Precision matched upper and lower, and we have built several Aero Precision rifles. I know, Matt, you have.
Yeah, I have 2 in my safe right now. Yep.
Yeah. So Aero is awesome, and
Aero is good. Yeah.
And to just echo what Clint said, so I don't know that I've had experience with the impact trigger, but I've shot a couple different Timney triggers, and I've never been dissatisfied with them.
Oh, I have a Timney in my Utah Pros, U.S. Arms Co.
Mm-hmm.
The AR-15 Utah Pro. It's amazing. Like Timney's.
I mean, the Glock trigger we put in was Timney, wasn't it?
So that was Timney Alpha for the Glock.
Yeah.
Right, and that is
solid.
Just super amazing. I don't know about the reliability, like as in long-term testing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never had any issues with it. But talk about, okay, so Taryn Butler, if you guys don't know who he is, he's not human.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys have seen him shoot, he's not human. Like, he's amazing, right? And Taryn, in our podcast, if you guys haven't seen that podcast at CF Podcast, guys, go to YouTube, CF Podcast, watch that podcast. It was amazing. He was like, get it. Like, okay, we got it. And he wasn't kidding. This dude was developing his own trigger until he saw that.
Yeah.
And then he just stopped.
He's like, I can't beat it.
Yeah. That's how good it is. Man. There's so many. Oh, Ermo X-Fire.
Yep.
Daryl asked.
That thing feels good, dude. That thing feels really good. That we shot that with Tim Montana, right?
That's right. Yeah, we did. We did that competition with him, and you guys are gonna see that soon. But that's it. Okay, for the price point, dude, $349. I mean, come on, that thing is pretty dope.
That's kind of funny. Henry, thanks for the super chat. Henry Klein over here. And Kaya, I don't know, man. His keyboard's all jacked up. Every time he posts something on Instagram, it looks like, I don't know. I can't make it out,
What was that? Can you see again? I'd love to. How do I sound?
I don't know. I mean, that's not how you sound. That's how I read what you write.
Guys, he's just using a secret scroll decoder ring to code his messages. That's it.
Oh my God! If Clint continued another 3 seconds like that, there was going to be an explosion there.
I don't know if we're allowed to say that. Oh God, that was pretty good though.
Oh my God.
Oh man. But anyway, thanks Henry for the super chat, man. Maybe Kyle will learn how to spell one day. At least in English, maybe. I don't know.
Getting there.
Brandon Melendez also thanks for the super chat. Opinion on the BCM Recce 14. So first of all, BCM, they make probably out of the box some of the best rifles out there. They're just hard hitting. Well, hard hitting. I mean, they're 5.56 most of them, but I mean they're just out of the box. Everything that you would want in a basic AR-15. They're super reliable. Their quality control has always been top tier, if you ask me, and I've never had an issue with them. And the Recce 14 super cool, 14 5-inch pin barrel, unless you get the SBR. And I love a 14.5. I've got my M4A1 over here. My LMT is.
I'm so jealous with that LMT, dude. So jealous. He's got that freaking LMT.
I don't remember where I put it, but anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. It's over there. I was doing something with it earlier, but anyway. And that one's actually a 14.3, the Estonia reference rifle, and I recently swapped out the muzzle device on it to a Surefire Warcomp 3-prong. Because I want to suppress it. It's a short stroke piston driven gun, and it's made to be suppressed. If you ask me, you know what I mean? Yeah,
dude. Clint, have you gotten a chance to play with the Mac mounts yet?
Not yet, man. So I know I've got a couple of Swamp Fox optics laying around that I need to throw some mounts on, but I'm looking at I'm trying to. I don't know.
We're gonna get those to Classic hopefully next week. They're here. I mean, and it's gonna be exclusively at Classic. Anybody who doesn't, I mean, a lot of people in my chat knows because I generally talk about it. I brought there's this German company called Mac. They very good quality stuff. So I brought their mounts over here. So I work with them now, and it's gonna be a Classic pretty soon. I mean, hey, so far, okay, I sent it to my Green Beret buddy Josh. He's testing it. I sent it to my FBI sniper team leader buddy. He's testing it out. I sent it to this guy what's his name? Clint Morgan? Or something? Yeah, I gave it, I don't know.
Some nobody?
So I sent it to him. And then I sent it to Illinois State Police SWAT sniper team leader. So these guys really know what they're doing. So I sent it to them. And so far, the reviews are fantastic. Oh, actually, it's right here.
There we go. And I am keeping up with y'all's comments over here. There was one that I saw that I wanted to get to really quick. Shinoso D, are you guys still reviewing guns from last week? Yes, we are. So either DM at Classic Firearms Official on Instagram or tag us in your build, so that way we can bust your build. We are going to be talking shit about people's builds. So if you're proud of it, prepare to get your feelings hurt.
Is Kai wearing pants? Hold on. That's right.
Not when Matt's around.
Yeah, Matt.
They wouldn't fit. So,
yeah, Matt and I are here, so I mean, I'm not allowed to. Matt doesn't like it.
Me too, buddy. Yeah. So when we did the concealed carry series, I shot the SIG P320. There was a lot more to that name. It was a super cool tactical version of it. Clint might remember. I do not, but it was kind of interesting. I thought the belly actually helped me to not print because the gun kind of slid right underneath it. You know what I'm saying? So
the tactical belly. Hey, so that's why I like the carry positions, right? I saw this instructor. I don't know his name, but some guy was talking about like how it's bad to carry it in the back, how it is more appropriate to carry appendix carry. And I'll just straight out tell you, dude, there's pros and cons to both. Okay, I would never say carrying in the back is wrong. Like you can find yourself in a situation where you can't grab, you can't actually draw from an appendix, and also in the appendix carry, which I do. If something goes bad with that gun, right? you got the moneymaker there, right? You got you.
I don't think it makes money for a lot of people, but
I lose money.
I think it actually is more of a debt maker for a lot of people.
Yeah. So you got the debt maker, money maker, depends on whatever. But also you got the femoral arteries right there. So if something goes bad, the chances of you getting hit in some vitals is extremely high. But of course, there are certain positions it's a lot easier to get to the gun. But carrying in the back, it's got its own positives. So you're most likely not going to shoot yourself. I mean, not going to be as devastating up front here. And in certain positions, it may be easier to get to. In certain positions, hard to get to. Probably it's going to be slower than obviously getting it from the back. So there's always these different positives and negatives. So in my opinion, having a tactical belly doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. You could just carry the position, carry in the back or on the side. You know what I'm saying? This whole spiel was, so don't feel bad. That's what I'm saying.
Who said I was feeling bad?
Hold on, I just want to read Autopilot 388 because he's saying his money taker cost him a fortune, and of course it's him with his 2 kids. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about that.
So also I saw another message that was pretty interesting because it was BCM from Clint Parrish, nice name, versus LMT versus LWRC, and then I saw somebody else chime in and say, so BCM versus LMT versus LWRC versus CAC, and he was just responding to him. Too Rich CAC agreed if I could find one, and they do get hard to find. My buddies over at Plan B Defense in Massachusetts, actually, they're the ones that we got our SR-25 from. We were able to source it from them. So solid guys over there. Eric, if you're listening, what's up, dude? So I mean, there's that. By the way, I've got these. If you guys spend a lot of days shooting and stuff like that, these things
What is that?
D-wipes. They remove the lead from your hands, which is pretty solid. And I realized I was touching my face and I forgot to wipe my hands. I put it this way. I do enough shooting, especially suppressed shooting, that I inhale all that toxic gas as it is. And there's already a lot of research done about guys, especially special operators that are getting cancer years later because of all these different toxic fumes that they've been inhaling, especially under suppressed fire. And so anything I can do to try to,
you know what you should talk about that? Huxwork Safety Company.
Yeah, man. Absolutely. So there you go.
Mike, I think we did miss your super chat. Next video, 45 long Colt pistols and lever actions. That'd be interesting. Like we could do different caliber combos. So like you'd have somebody had like a 38 rifle and pistol. We could do a 45 long Colt rifle and pistol.
Yeah.
That would be kind of a cool series as well. Although I think I'm not sure how many combos could we come up with.
Wait a minute. Did you see, guys? This is what I'm about to show everybody. Is hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Hold on. Wait.
Am I gonna lose my job? Are we gonna lose our job?
No, I think most people in the chat might know exactly where I'm going with this really quick. Where is it? I gotta find it, and then I'm gonna share my screen because this is amazing. This is amazing. It is the Fud's wet dream. It is everything that Matt could probably ask for.
Hey, whoa,
what's going on?
Whoa.
It is the Taurus Judge Home Defender.
Hide that. Oh,
that right there.
What the hell is this?
That is the Taurus Judge Home Defender. 45 long Colt, 410 revolver.
I got a question. So if you're holding the handguard, what about those gases escaping? Is it not,
cylinder gas?
Yeah, cylinder gas. Like what's going to happen to your? How's that going to affect your arm?
That's not going to hurt you. If you were to put your hand right next, like right here, and hold it right there, that might not feel good, especially out of a 410. So right in this area would not be good. But if you're holding it up here, you're going to be fine. If you get your forearm really close, you might feel some powder burn.
Like forearm kind of like getting there.
Yeah, well, you don't want to do a C-clamp over a naked barrel anyway, Kaya, but...
so that does bring to mind, though, that, they have the Circuit Judge, the rifle version. So
I used to have a Circuit Judge, believe it or not, and that thing was a lot of freaking fun. I had a shit ton of fun shooting 410 out of that thing, and then I couldn't find 410, and then I couldn't find my Circuit Judge because I sold it. So
this thing looks different. What do you think, Matt? What are your thoughts?
Different, a great description of it. I not
Home
not,
defender.
Not sure I'm a fan. No.
I mean,
Dude, I'd shoot it. I'd run it in a competition just for shits and gigs.
look at that Picatinny. You could put a little stock. No, the foregrip, and then just be a violation.
No, that's bad advice. Don't do that.
No,
That's bad advice.
I never listened to it. Like I can, maybe I would.
Yeah. So Gio's asking actually a pretty legit question over here. So my buddies over at Alpha Mega Kydex Holsters put out a challenge called the Only Alphas Challenge, and did you guys see this?
No.
Okay. All right. So we all need to try it. It is hard, dude. So he teamed up with his Vito Arms, and it's I'm going to put it out there for everybody because you guys got to try it. You got to tag his Vito, got to tag Alpha Mega Kydex, AO Kydex Holsters, whatever. Tag those guys. And here's ultimately the goal, right? So you have 2 targets with 1 yard separation. Okay. You're 7 yards away. So 21 feet. I got that right, by the way. Just want you guys know. I found out
eight and a half feet for 3 yards. I remember that.
That was fantastic.
If you guys don't know what we're talking about, go to Outside the Warehouse and watch the "Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader" episode 2.
That one was embarrassing.
You will see.
Don't watch that. Anyway, so the targets are 1 yard apart, 7 yard distance, and you're doing a rifle to pistol transition. You're starting off target 1, target 2. You start with the rifle, 1 2 1 2, transition to pistol, 1 2 1 2. So 4 shots total out of each firearm, and ultimately you're only counting alpha hits. Line breaks count. Yeah, that's why it's only alphas. So only alphas count. Line breaks count, and with that though, here's the hard part. It has to be sub 3 seconds.
What in everything?
Yep, everything. So that's 8 shots total with a rifle to pistol transition, and 3 seconds is a fail. 2.99 is pass.
Wait,
So
do you start at the low ready?
yeah, you start at the low ready, and so the fastest. So I was way too cocky with it, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna do it in full kit. So I did it in my body armor and helmet. And my fastest time with body armor, helmet, suppressor, all of that shit was with my Mark 18 and my SIG 320 was 5.3 seconds. So then I was like, okay, let me get back to the basics. I got way too ahead of myself. I stripped off all the armor and everything, even took the suppressor off, and I was like, let's really try this. My fastest time so far has only been 3.71 seconds with all alpha hits. I actually beat that, but I pulled 1 shot, and it was close to a line break, but not close enough. And that was actually 3.6. So I still have yet to break 3 seconds, and it's a hard challenge. I'm not going to lie. Now, here's the point too. You get a cool patch. So if you do it and you film yourself doing it and you show that, hey, this is what you guys asked for, yard separation, 7 yards away, and you film it all without any editing. There's no stitching, stitching of videos, no cuts. They're going to send you a legit exclusive one-time ever being made patch. It's just a fun thing.
A holster or something?
Yeah. I mean, maybe if you ask nice, but you get a cool patch, and who doesn't love patches, man?
No, this challenge. Yeah, this is really cool. What I would probably initially want to do is just forget the hits, like anything. I just want to see if I can just mechanically fire all of that in 3 seconds. Just like basically goes up, bang, 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 and check my time, see where I'm at, and then kind of like dial it down. Because I'm thinking you really almost can't even aim. Just like it's got to be like a muscle memory.
It's pretty much point and shoot at that point.
Yeah.
But you'll realize really quick, you got 6 by 11 inches is your alpha zone. 6 by 11 inches at 21 feet is a hard bitch to hit if you're trying to run that kind of speed. And if you do take the time to aim, you're not going to make it. And if you're not sub 1 second on that rifle to pistol transition, you're not going to make it. So dude, I've been able to get the rifle to pistol transition down, but then it's just being accurate. And one thing I found myself doing was actually trying to line up my shot. And it's like, dude, it doesn't matter how many times it takes you, as long as you record the one time that you do it. And so it's literally point and shoot. If you take the time to line up your sights or point up or line up your red dot, you're not going to make it.
Dude, you really got to let that rifle go. Like you can't, like when I do my regular transition, like bang, 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 I kind of check, throw it to the side. You can't like
bang,
bang,
throw that bitch.
Cool question. Are there any limitations on the firearms being used? Because it seems like it would be a good idea to use something like, a MMP 22, like a MMP 1522 or like a Beretta Neos. Like, are there any limitations for that?
Yeah. So I think everything is 5.56 9 mil.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I read the rules correctly, I think it has to be a 5.56 9mm. I thought about doing it with the FAL over here, the DSA SA58. I thought about trying to run it with that and my 45, because what I'm thinking is larger calibers. Maybe I'll get closer to that line break.
Well, remember, buddy, that follow through.
Well, one thing I got to remember too is that didn't really work much out on the 500-yard line with my 308 Bergara either. So
Yeah, he was in that thick, boys.
Yeah.
We'll make it.
yeah, right. Anyway, let's get back over to the chat really quick though, because I know a couple of guys.
You were asking.
Yeah. So, for instance, this is a good question. Can high sights help with target acquisition? And yes, they can.
I love them.
Yeah, higher sights can definitely help with target acquisition, or at least help you not even with target acquisition, but lining up those sights, right? Getting that reference down, because it's pretty much less movement for your head and really just kind of focuses. Again, I wish I could show guns.
Hey, can you just show the slide only? I don't know. Sometimes I'm thinking stuff like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So
That's not
I mean, I feel like that's something that can depend on the individual shooter, because certainly, what is your natural point where you bring it up and aim?
Dude, I
And
actually,
high sights may help you more quickly acquire the sights with your eyes.
but you really like when I train people on like shooting the pistol and stuff, I always say when you like we were just talking about for the drill, right?
Mhm.
You point, you should be consistently every time there. Like your line needs to be, your sights need to be lined up. Like I used to just draw my gun just like that, and my sights would be all over the place, and I'd just like line it up and whatever. And now I've kind of brought myself to a position where I just like my position, my natural aim, my sights are somewhat lined up, good to go, right?
Mhm.
So you got to keep drilling that, and you don't need to fire the gun. If you keep drilling that, you're going to build that muscle memory up. Like close your eyes, point the gun, and then see where those sights are, and then line it up and know that feeling and do it over and over. You'll get better. Trust me. It's an amazing drill. You can do it at home. Be safe though.
And one thing that, I went, in my Instagram post, I talked about this. I completely skipped the crawl and walk phase and just went straight to run. And one thing that I think can really help people is if you start by the crawl, all you got to do is start at that low ready, engage 2 shots at that one target 7 yards away, and just get that repetition down. Once you get that sub actually sub half a second, not even sub 1 second, sub half a second. And every time you're doing that, bam, you're there. Okay, now let's enter that walk phase. Now all of a sudden, let's go ahead and do that transition to 2 targets, right? 2 targets, and then go ahead and start doing that with a pistol. Now you want to just do the transition. So now all I want to do is go ahead and maybe play with going from one target to the other, or just focus on that one target. So 2 with the rifle, alphas only. Boom, come up with a pistol, and if you can just do even 1-on-1, so just one rifle, draw, pistol, one, and if both of those are in the A zone, if you can do that sub 1 second, you're setting a foundation for success when it comes to this drill.
Dude, look at Terran Tactical, like the Keanu Reeves when he ran that through. Like I was talking to Terran about, he ran it like hundreds of times. So it's actually a muscle memory. Clint moving too.
Imagine that.
No, never. I don't think Clint's not moving fast.
I mean, that's always Clint. He is built for speed, and
Accuracy through volume is what Clint does.
yeah. Real quick, just a quick aside before.
Is that a goat? Oh no, never mind.
No,
You would
this
think
is Hugger. This is my Chow Lab mix. She is. Hey, look at the camera. Show everybody the camera.
Hugger almost bit me, dude.
Yeah, dude. She doesn't like too many people. That's why I like her.
Doesn't like feds.
What's that?
Real quick, I just want to say thanks to everybody who is posting nice comments about me on our first stream. I appreciate that. It's something new, so thanks for the support, guys.
Oh, whatever.
Asshole.
We love Matt. Wait. Hey, Kai, you said dropping a trigger is useless. The other thing, Bobby. Yes, Bobby, it's useless. It doesn't matter what anybody says. It is bad training.
Dropping the trigger?
Yeah, this is like a Turkish thing, and Israelis do it too. And even like the USPCA, like the competition, because it's just it's a patch to lack of training. It's a gun, when you just clear the gun, you're done shooting, right? Take the mag out, slide lock to the rear, check the mag well, check the chamber, look away, check the chamber, and good to go, send it slide home. That gun is clear, right? This extra step where they just point the gun in a safe direction and press the trigger, and then they holster. I hate that. That's bad training. I don't care what anybody says that to you. That's bad training. Moving on. I've given the scientific explanation to it so many times. I'm like,
So effectively, they're just dry firing on an empty gun.
see, I got no problem dry firing, but the intention is to make the gun safe by pressing the trigger. And that trigger has only one job. It's to make the gun go bang. The administrative thing, when you clean the gun on a Glock, right? That we don't count that because that's not going to create a muscle memory for you. All right. But if every time you use your gun and you fire it and you're done shooting, or every time you make it safe, you press the trigger, you're instilling a new muscle memory where that gun, that trigger has two jobs. One, to make the gun go bang. The other one is to make it go safe, which is horrible. We've seen bad examples. Just most recently, a Turkish cop grabs his gun out. He takes a magazine out. He's like, dude, there's nothing in the chamber. It's good. He presses a trigger and boom, he goes through and hits the guy in the arm because he's trained to show people his gun is safe by pressing the trigger. If he actually just was never trained with that, if he's just like, hey, you only press trigger to make, when you intend to press the trigger, like when you intend to go to bang, he would never have that problem. So many people are creating like unsafe environments by having that kind of training.
Gotcha.
Moving on. I talk so much. Wait, let's click on something else. There you go. Hey, Clint.
Oh, yeah. Well, sorry. I saw that. I saw that one come up there because, yeah, I mean, while you were talking about whatever you're talking about, I was trying to make sure I get the rest of my ammunition there, and so I saw him
Making his bottle there.
Oh,
yeah, right.
How you doing?
Yeah. and thanks, Disc Media. Appreciate it, man. And I'm sure Kaya's happy about that as well. But Crunchy Taco, he's saying, Clint, how's that ammunition treating you tonight? Pretty good, except I ran out. I'm out of ammo.
He's yeah.
Better go reload.
Yeah, reload.
Right.
You got or no? I still got your bottle here, by the way, from Gundy's. You remember that whiskey? No, he had the Irish thing.
Which one?
Let me see if I can see it. You love it. You were going crazy about it.
Powers? I love Powers Irish whiskey.
Well, what is this thing?
Oh, dude, that's not Irish. That's one of my favorite scotches. That's Lefroy.
I don't know, man.
You have that? How much left is? Bring that to work. I need that back. Yeah, I need that.
Yeah, sure. Right from a range. What do you think?
Right before the range. Absolutely.
Don't ever drink and shoot guns. It's bad. But anyways, I'll bring it to work and we can do after work party for you.
All right. Yeah, that works.
It's a scotch right there. See, scotch.
Oh, okay. Same difference.
Anyway, so Armchair Operator, thanks for tuning in, man. Thank you for the super chat. Hold up. Wait a minute. The whole classic crew is in the building. That alone deserves a super chat. Keep up the great work, guys. Well, appreciate that, man.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Dude. That is awesome. What do you guys think about training with airsoft guns?
So I personally,
Yeah.
I like it. I really like the idea because you're familiarizing yourself with already a system that is ultimately utilizing the same controls. Because for instance, if I wanted to kit out an airsoft gun exactly how I have my M4, my Mark 18 or something else, I can do that. And I can get familiar with the controls, that operation. And a lot of these airsoft guns now are mimicking the weight of firearms. So you run and gun with that, right? Now, obviously, it's not going to have the same type of effect if you're taking sim rounds and stuff like that. But it at least allows you to help implement tactics. And that's exactly what we did when we were at the Fort Scott Munitions Battleline Tactical course. And we did a low light course, but we also did a room clearing exercise, and we were taking and receiving rounds. And yeah, it was airsoft, but I'll tell you right now, if you're wearing, a t-shirt like this, you don't go in with, plate carriers and everything else. You can if you want to simulate that training, but you start getting hit on the arms and stuff like that, and even in the chest, you're like, yep, I'm hit. And so I really like, again, depending on the application. For close quarters, yes. For distance, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, think about this. Law enforcement, military, especially like SF guys, like anybody that I've seen, they do sims training. Sim is pretty much airsoft. Yes, it's shooting those little paints, whatever.
It's milsim, bro. It's milsim.
Exactly. So airsoft is fantastic for mechanics. The only thing that's lacking is obviously that big bang and that hard recoil. It still gives you pretty good recoil with that CO2 cartridge in there, but it is very good for mechanics. Your holster placement, like how you draw the gun, proper grip, proper stance, moving with it, safety. It's a fantastic option to get you going.
Yeah. So and that was with Tonto's people. So Were you there, G-Man 214, or was this a different training that you were a part of? Because they do it all around. And what's really cool about where we were at in Fort Scott, the whole town gets in on it. Like, it's crazy, dude. The police and everybody, because we're literally like hauling ass in the middle of the town, like at 2:00 in the morning, and going from one objective to the next to try to secure a package, right? And this package happened to be a high value target. He was an individual that was injured. We had to carry him out, and then we're literally getting ambushed on the way out. Cops show up and they start taking airsoft rounds, and they're laughing at it like, yeah, you guys do this all the time. And we're like, what the fuck is happening? It was incredible. I loved it.
Yeah, I miss those days, man. What about you, man?
I think anything that's going to help you build the correct muscle memory. So when you say, airsoft, I mean, if what you're training with has the same controls as your actual rifle, or it's close enough, like obviously, it could be a slightly different safety, but as long as it works like a normal AR safety, things like that, then you're building good muscle memory when you practice with it. But it's going to depend on the airsoft rifle, because you have some that, there's a molded safety there, but it doesn't work. Well, that's not going to help you, because you're going to not be training yourself to flick that safety off. And you're going to end up with that same problem we kind of talked about earlier. You're going to press the trigger. Nothing's going to happen because you've trained yourself to fail.
Yeah. I know a couple of guys who do airsoft, and they started with airsoft strictly, and they transitioned to real guns, and they were just like right off the gate. They were so far ahead, like light years ahead of somebody who just started shooting real guns. So just because they had the mechanics down, at least to a certain degree. Let's see. Just like FBI, they're good, but the leadership might suck. Jadakiss, I got to put that on the screen so you see it. FBI, they're good, but the leadership suck. You're right. The executive management, DC, yeah, there's some not so good people there. I just wanted to say that. Okay, go back, Clint.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I got the call. It's not my typical night for streaming, and I've got obligations, so I got to take off. But again, it was good. It was good chatting with you guys, and I think this should be like a monthly thing. We got to get Ryan in on it though, and it's easy enough to get more people in on this. So I think quite a few people would have a good time with Ryan, all of us. It's pretty much what you guys hear in the podcast, CF podcast, but live, so there's no takesy backsies, there's no editing, and it's just a couple of dudes hanging out, drinking a little bit if you choose to. Yeah.
We don't edit ourselves pretty much anyway, so
that is actually really true.
Yeah, except when Clint misses, then we got to edit it. We have to
heavy editing.
The mulligans.
Look. It's just because Matt doesn't pay attention when he's back there with the frying pan and the hammer. He sometimes forgets. All right, he sometimes forgets to hit the little gong when I pull the trigger, and I don't know why we pay him.
That's funny. Hey, good time, dude. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, you got it. Hey, God bless you guys all in the chat and everything. Send these guys a couple more super chats, by the way. They need them, all right? Actually, I need them. Send them to me. I need them really bad. All right, guys. I'll catch you guys hopefully soon. So
sounds good, buddy. See you, man.
Later, guys.
Yeah. Dude, this is good times. Did you see somebody said there's a pump action AK?
I did, and I have not watched the video of it, but I did see.
Sounds like
a video post. So that's kind of like what is it? Troy, I think, made a pump action AR.
Maxim Defense too. Maxim Defense as well. Y'all having threes. Something like
so,
that.
I mean, obviously, this is like band state shenanigans, really. Trying to get an AK where semi-automatic rifles are harder to get. That sounds awful. Y'all have to do what you got to do, I guess. But that sounds completely
just a pump action
awful.
AR. What? Like, I mean, just my head hurt. Like for fun, if you want to have just because you can, I get it. But for efficiency, what? No.
And I don't think that adapting a platform like the AR or the AK is probably the best way to go about that. Having something that's designed from the ground up for the best ease of use as a pump action would probably be the better way to go if you're limited to non-semi-autos or something like that. Somebody had asked, what's your dream gun that you don't currently own? So I think that an SVT-40 would be my dream gun. I don't currently own. So the SVT-40, very similar to SVT-38. It's a rifle designed by Tokarev, a Russian firearms designer.
Of course.
It was a World War II rifle. It's a semi-automatic 7.62x54R, and some of them were used in kind of sniping or marksmanship roles, but it was also just like this really cool semi-automatic rifle. So if you like the 7.62 by 54R, you like shooting your Mosin and stuff, semi-automatic version, that's absolutely a gun I would love to have. But yeah.
No, that's good. I've not played with that at all. I'd love to. Mine is just that freaking 300 blackout Honey Badger Q.
Oh, okay.
Expressed.
Honey Badger, yeah.
I mean, that's just, it's good. It's a good gun. So, what else we got here? Wait. Are you going to, there you go, Charlie, click on that one. Are you going to choose a winner live? That'd be awesome. We can't. There's
No.
YouTube, like literally we would get shut down, guys. Like, okay, think about this. There a lot of people say, hey, why can't we just see the winners and everything? Number one, privacy. If you're actually in Classic's emailing list, you actually do get an email with the winner's name. That's it. Right. And we can't announce it. It's
and also keep in mind, like it's not like we directly determine the winner, right? So that is through a third party company to keep things fair and honest.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I could not decide who wins this contest. So keep in mind, no, we can't choose the winner live on air. We do not choose the winner. But you know, certainly if you know, we send out the notification to the winner through email, and then we announce at least the name and kind of location of the winner.
Yeah.
But we got to respect their privacy too. I just saw one. Yeah. Matt, what is your absolute favorite AK variant?
AK variant.
Yeah. So I will be honest. My personal Wasser 63 is my favorite AK. Now, that's not to say that all Wasser 63s are amazing. The quality really kind of goes up and down depending on when it was made, when it was imported. But out of all the AKs I own, and I own about 10, I think I like shooting my Wasser the best. It's the one I've had, I think, the longest at this point. And yeah.
Do you know how many AKs I own?
0?
That would be correct, my friend. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, you know what? Maybe I'll get into it someday. I would love to get a Galil Ace.
I have a Galil. No, I have an actual like Galil, not a Galil Ace.
39.
No, it's a 5.56.
Yeah.
Yep, it's the SAR. Yep.
Okay. All right. Galils are good. Let's see. Did I win this one? No, he didn't. What? Kai and Matt. Go ahead.
All right. So, would you consider doing an AR versus AK video? But you have to use the AK, and I have to use the AR. Listen, even though I am a huge fan of the AK platform, I love the AR platform. Yeah. I have built more ARs than Kai.
Oh, 100%. That's true. But here's dude, trust me. I know where I stand in the pecking order. Like when it comes to guns, guys, I'm not the technical guy. Like you're looking at him.
We had this conversation. I thought it was really cool. So we talk about how each team member kind of brings different things to the channel. And one of the things I think I do bring is somewhat of a little bit of a technical experience when it comes to, assembling guns and how the mechanics of the gun function. Kaya is more of a tactical person. He's got the law enforcement training as far as actually going out and shooting, which is something,
you'll see rainy weather. You can expect a high of 59 degrees Fahrenheit and a low of 47.
Sorry, guys. Alexa just started talking.
Yeah, there you go. Now you know the weather in Charlotte tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that was an idea we had too. I think it would be cool to do a video where Kai helps give me pointers on shooting handguns because every time I shoot a handgun on video, somebody points out that I could be doing a lot better.
Of course, we could always be doing better.
What would y'all think about that? What do you think about having, Kai give me some pointers on shooting handguns?
Yeah, training session.
But armchair operator, I think it's a great idea. I just keep in mind I'm not anti-AR. I love the AR platform.
Here's what my problem with AK is, armchair operator. I'll tell you this: like every time I grab the AK, I shoot way high because the stock, the cheek placement, I can't get those sights perfectly lined up. So I ended up having the front sight just as is, just higher than the rear side. I go like I got to really get in this weird position because.
And I think that's interesting. I think there's some formative things that happen when you first start learning to shoot. And so I started shooting with open sights. And so I think that the AK sights just felt real natural for me, as opposed to like the rear peep sight, the aperture sight of an AR-15. But so I think some of those early exposures kind of help
you out there. Yeah. I just, because I've been on AR platform for so long, AK is just so weird to me. But I gotta be honest, it's fun to shoot.
Yeah,
AK is fun to shoot. So,
Cody, what's better, cartridge 6.5 Creedmoor 308? 6.5 Creedmoor.
Dude,
don't need to say anything else.
Yeah, don't even say.
I love 7.62 by 51 308, but I mean for most applications, I think 6.53 works just a better.
It's got a flatter trajectory.
Mhm.
It goes further. It's devastating. Obviously, it's hotter. It's great. I love it. What is that guy saying? Ooh,
Look at that.
damn. All right. Well, hey, my number is 911.
Keith, appreciate it.
Joking.
He's desperate, folks. He's going to take anybody up on any offers they can throw out there.
What did you say?
I said you're desperate.
I am desperate. That's correct. Well, come on, you can't tell him that. I just told you that. All right.
Yeah, we did mention that kind of administrative Glock pulling the trigger as part of disassembling it, and why in that case certainly you still need
But
to be
that's
safe.
very administrative. That's like
You shouldn't have the same muscle memory built up of practice
Impossible.
drawing and reholstering where you're going to pull the trigger every time to clear it before you reholster,
100%.
as you do when you're disassembling for cleaning. Those are very different kind of mechanics of your body going through. So you shouldn't default to pull the trigger just because you have to disassemble the Glock and pull the trigger.
Yeah, it's impossible. Like you're not going to develop any muscle memory with that. Just cleaning your gun to disassemble or for other reasons, it's just going to be so intermittent or so seldom. You're not going to have that.
Richard says, what's both of your dream handguns?
Pit Viper by Terran Tactical. 100%. Have you guys seen that gun? Like that? I'm not joking, dude. That muzzle, guys, it's literally like it's a 9mm. It's just this. It's like an airsoft.
Yeah.
It's like shooting a 22. It's insane. $7,000 though, but okay.
So this is kind of a hard question because I've said it plenty of times. I'm not super
Glock
handgun
19.
guy. No. The thing I like about Glocks is that because of all the parts availability, you can build them at home, and it's fun to build guns. So that's what I like about the Glock platform is it provides you this great breadth of parts you can use to put them together and understand how they function and things like that.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know that I have one dream handgun.
Or something that not necessarily a dream, but that you think, oh, it's Gucci, that you like it. You'd like to have it or something.
I'm gonna think about that, Richard. I'm gonna get back to you. I promise I'm gonna try to answer the question, but
yeah, look at that. What is that?
Serious where you guys are all getting training on a weak point, like Matt with pistols, Kaya with relaxed fake clothes.
What?
And Clint slowing down. But it's not.
First of all, I'm sorry. I gotta say this to Gilly Shooter. Hold on. How do I hide this? Guys, this is an extra large. XL. I mean it. It's an XL. I don't know what to say. My arms happen to be big.
A little defensive, Kaya. But I think that would be interesting. So like we could do not the same way that like the bolt gun was a series where there's episodes.
That's
1
funny.
through, but yes, doing a series of videos where like maybe we do a series on pistol training and we do a series on kind of doing I don't know how to put that, like as far as slowing down, because obviously the goal is always to build speed, but like they say, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. You go only as fast as you can reliably execute those movements and hit the target. But then over time, that's going to build your ability to do so fast, right? Like,
no, I agree. You got to build that up. You got to build that up. Oh, look, one of my fans over here. Look at that guy.
Which guy?
That guy right there. Click on him. Oh man, nah, my nuts. They must taste real good. Keep going.
All right, new video series, Kai trains Matt. That would be fire,
dude. I'm game. Like we would actually have. I have some curriculums that I would put you through.
I mean, I think specifically, a course of videos where I can maybe get some pointers on shooting handguns.
We can start. Maybe do multiple series like basic, intermediate, advanced.
Mm-hmm.
So I can put you through some basic course, intermediate course, and then advanced course.
Okay.
That's like 3 separate.
Yeah.
And then the 4th episode would be now.
Here's a course of fire.
Here's a course of fire. Let's see how you do it.
All right.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. I think one of the biggest things would just be making sure I have time to practice. Like practice.
That's the thing, dude. That's what I noticed here. Like we do videos, obviously we shoot all the time. I get very little training value out of them because
So one thing people really have to keep in mind is that a lot of the times it's not like, before we shoot the final take, we've gone through this course a whole bunch of times. So much of the time it's, hey, we decide what the course of fire is, and then you go do it.
Yeah.
And then that's the one we show in the video. And
we don't like train before the video. It's like we shoot for the first time when the camera goes live.
We also, like, it's not like we get time, on company dollar to go out and just train at the range. If we go out to the range, it's to shoot a video.
Yeah.
And so, that it's just something that, there's not really training built into the job. That's not what the job is. The job is to create the content. We need to train in our own time.
Exactly. It really does take, like when we go to the range, it's the setup, talk about things, and obviously the talking portion of the video. And then we're going to shoot from this angle, that angle. It takes forever to do one video. And we want to do like 2 or 3 videos and ends up having no training value.
Turkish American Elvis trains Spud from North Carolina. So last laugh is on you, Kirchi Taco. I'm not from North Carolina. I don't even live here.
He's from South.
Well, I live in South Carolina.
Where are you from?
I am originally from Michigan.
Oh,
I've lived in South Carolina my whole life. We moved here when I was like 2, but I'm not from North Carolina.
I got my first speeding ticket in Michigan, dude.
Let's look here. We got another super chat. 601 Firepower says my state of, that's Mississippi, I believe, just passed a bill allowing us to build our own suppressors, which I can put on that.
Amazing. I feel like suppressors are really important, dude. Go ahead.
So from a realistic point of view, right, if a ATF agent were to come and arrest you for the possession of a suppressor you built that is, allowed under this state law, your state law is not going to shield you from federal prosecution. However, having said that, those restrictions, I think, are unconstitutional, but they exist.
They do. Well, I mean, obviously, make sure that whatever you do legally. Like sometimes some people in the comment section like, oh no, you shall not be infringed. Dude, I agree with you, but do you want to deal with them? I don't know. Like, do you want to go through them? Because
I totally 100% believe that you should be able to go build your own suppressor, and it's just what you want to do. Like, you did it, and that shouldn't be anyone's business. But the fact that a state passes a law saying, hey, because various states have done this, they'll say, hey, as long as it's built here and stays here, then it doesn't qualify as interstate commerce and it's protected. But that's not an argument that I feel is going to hold up in federal court.
That's the thing. The NFA, the ATF, the federal laws, the supremacy clause. Supremacy clause basically says federal laws trump state laws. That's literally what it is. And I look into it, see if there's any avenues that you can do it. I think having suppressors are very important because that concussive loudness in a CQB environment. Have you ever done any shoot house before?
No, I've done like ranges that were inside, right? So but I've never done a shoot house.
So think about this: you're in a stack, you got an AR, the other person got an AR, and you guys are just making entry into a room, and there's targets, bang, bang, bang. 3-4 people shooting at the same time. Even with hearing protection, man, it sucks.
And I point out that, it's kind of funny. It's ironic that in most of the rest of the world, while firearms are more heavily controlled, suppressors are often almost completely uncontrolled. So like this guy says, I believe suppressors make shooting safer for all by reducing sound. And that's how they're treated in most places, is basically safety equipment. It is sort of bizarre, the American take on controlling them as firearms. But yeah, I think suppressors perform a lot of valuable assistance as kind of safety gear, both for preserving hearing protection or preserving hearing, as well as, again, like we kind of mentioned earlier with Clint and Huxworks Safety Company, the idea of mitigating some of your exposure to potentially harmful gases and things. But
suppressor, dude, I like them. Like they're very, very important because you can communicate. Like I always think of everything on a tactical end of things, like self-defense things. And if there was any incident, let's say in a house, like here, you can communicate with your family because you're not going to have that concussive deafening of 5.56 or whatever caliber you have, like 300 blackout without suppression at like 7 and 8 inch barrel. That's really, really loud. With suppressor, it's not only you're protecting your ears, of course, but you're also able to effectively communicate with whoever you need to.
And that's definitely important. Like, again, I have a family. So if for some reason I had to fire a gun inside my house, I would still like the ability to hear my wife telling me something behind me, or, be able to give directions to my kids, because obviously that's going to be a scary situation for them. And if I need to communicate to them, it would be great if we're not all super hearing impaired.
And they're not like super quiet where you won't be able to hear. If there's multiple perps, a couple of them on the driveway, and you start popping a couple of rounds in the living room, those perps in the driveway are going to hear you too. I mean, unless you're shooting a subsonic 300 blackout suppressed, then okay, that's like pew pew. Well, what are you reading?
I'm just trying to glance through
binary triggers. No, I don't know anything about
joke. I mean, I am a fan of binary triggers. I have a couple. And
how about non-binary triggers? I'm just asking, dude. Can I not ask questions? Why are you guys judging?
Let's see here.
Steven. Thanks, dude. Appreciate you. No, this is What else we got? Classic firearms apparel.
So let's think. What other suppressor mandatory for hunting in Norway? If you show up without one, the other hunters will drive you to the sports shop to buy one. Not doing ear pro on the woods. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. It's safety gear.
In your opinion, what's the best 5.56 round for home defense? I'll tell you, that's very easy. Winston, right here. Well, that's very easy. Here's the thing. What does law enforcement use? Go use that. They spent millions of dollars on researching. I mean, maybe your average PD doesn't because everybody follows the FBI. No matter how much you hate the FBI or the feds, there's one thing, guys. The Bureau spends millions of dollars on researching the ballistics, like the ballistic research facility in Quantico. I've been there personally. Those guys, those scientists, they are like up here. They know what they're doing, and everything is done in a scientific process. And Bureau, when I was there, we had the 62 grain federal hollow, the soft tip, right? And it's a fantastic round. It's still somewhat barrier blind, somewhat, let's just say, devastating punch, obviously. Now Bureau just switched to 64 grain, just added a couple more grains. Apparently that has a better terminal ballistics performance. So follow what law enforcement carries. I would recommend the federal 62, which is now 64. Those two, you can't go wrong because the study has been done that to be the most effective round.
So I think there's something to be said about basing your self-defense around what's typically used by law enforcement in your area, because not only do you benefit from the fact that they've probably had people study and that's why they're using it, but also if there were ever a question to come up of like, well, why did you have 4 magazines with your handgun or something like that? You could say, well, look, this is the kind of loadout and kit that's used by my local law enforcement to defend themselves.
But you're not a cop.
That's what made it appropriate for me to have it to defend myself.
Yeah.
I'm not Rambo. I didn't have, 4 magazines because I wanted to, go on a spree or something. I had 4 magazines because that's what cops have to defend themselves. Yeah. And that's what I have to defend myself.
You follow that footprint. There's a super chat up there I saw. Great point, Matt. Great point.
Okay, $5. That blew the light bar off of his from the inside.
Wait. Well, first of all, thanks, Ghost, for $5. Appreciate you, Kai. What would you say to an officer that blew the light bar off of his patrol car from the inside? Did that happen? I don't know anything about it. I haven't heard. But what would I say to him? I mean, how did he do that? No,
I mean,
he had his. I'm
securing a shotgun to the rack.
Well, normally, department policies, like the departments that I work for, we for shotguns and the rifles, we couldn't have a round in the chamber. Like that was against the policy because those floating firing pins. You didn't want any during a crash or some hard bumps, whatever that thing to go off. Because there was an incident, an officer that I work with. Well, before even my time, he had I believe it was a shotgun or it was an AR. I can't remember. It was a long gun. He had one in the chamber, and he actually hit a bump real bad, like real pothole, and his shotgun went off inside in his trunk. So what do I say to that? I mean, he probably broke policy.
It seems likely.
He's
obviously,
in trouble.
If you had a negligent discharge that blew the light bar off your patrol car from the inside, then
There it is. All right.
All right.
We're back.
Sorry, guys. First time misclicked.
It happens. Happens to every guy. Look at that. Like GG. You know what GG means?
Good game.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So where'd that go? I saw one up here. If you're not carrying cross bandoliers, are you even really carrying?
That's okay.
Pretty funny.
Do you really like? What's the answer to that?
Rusty Shackelford. Rusty Shackelford. I know that name. That's from a book series. Or
I don't know.
Shackelford. Oh, is that a Monster Hunter International reference? Maybe. Let me know if I'm right. Monster Hunter International.
I have no idea. What do you think about legalization, marijuana, and fire? I don't know, man.
So while I am not a fan of the idea of anyone being under the influence of any substance that alters your perception or decision making while using firearms,
well, forget laws. You shouldn't want that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I also think that, in general, I do not see why marijuana would be illegal while alcohol is legal. Like, I just.
Oh, yeah. It should be legal. Like, hey, listen, I feel like, who am I to tell you that you can't, like, this is my personal opinion. It's not the opinion of Classic Firearms or anybody else. My personal opinion that even when I was in law enforcement, I was saying that towards the end, because in the initially I was drinking the Kool-Aid. Who am I to say to you that, hey, that thing that grows on the ground, you can't put that in your mouth? You know what? It's your life. Are there risks, factors?
Yeah.
Of course. But I promise you guys, I've never seen like people do heroin, cocaine, or whatever, meth. I mean, those are horrible things, obviously, really bad for you. I mean, if you're doing it, it's on you. But like we're talking about weed, or like people do shrooms and some other stuff. I've never seen, like, okay, how do I say it? I've seen more devastation caused by alcohol than any other drug. And I was a street cop, so I've been to some calls. It's just been alcohol, dude. Like 98%, it was just stupid alcohol that people just ruin their lives with. So,
I feel that definitely, again, personal opinion, nothing to do with Classic Firearms or the channel or anything. I think that people should be responsible for their own actions, and that includes being able to consume things that they want to. That's your personal autonomy.
It's your thing. Like, you're sitting in your home right now and you want to smoke some weed. Like, it's on you. Why do I care? You know what I'm saying?
Kai trains Matt. Every time Matt misses, Kai has to eat something hot.
What? Then Matt is literally going to just turn 90 degrees this way and just miss the entire mag.
You guys do not know how much I would enjoy torturing this man by doing this.
No.
It's an excellent idea from my point of view, but
it's a terrible idea. How about every time Matt misses, he has to do like push-ups or something?
No.
Well, come on. See what I'm saying? Come on. Wait, what's 8.6 blackout, dude?
So it's 300 blackout's big brother, right? It's 8.6 blackout. I have no personal experience with 8.6 blackout. So when will we get an 8.6 blackout? That's a great question. I don't know.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to play with something new, though, right?
I'm all about it. I have very limited. I don't know anything about that. What else we get? Is this Crunchy?
Crunchy Taco. Why are you calling me out, Crunchy Taco?
Do it, man. Do it.
You know, that's a fantastic question, Christopher, because 6.5 Grendel.
Because your experience with 6.5, because you built one.
Is a fantastic caliber.
Yeah.
So I will be honest. I'm not sure the kind of relative ballistics between 6mm arc versus 6.5 Grendel.
Yeah.
But I do have some experience with 6.5 Grendel, and I think it's a fantastic intermediate cartridge.
6.5 was pretty good. Like, it felt like a 7.62x39 when it comes to recoil. I don't know about the ballistics, but
so again, you've got a smaller caliber. It's kind of like, think about like 308, and then 6.5 Creedmoor, right? So you have the same case, the same brass case, smaller cartridge, so it goes faster. It's got a flatter trajectory. Well, 6.5 Grendel is basically the same case as a 7.62x39. So again, we're going from 30 caliber down to 6.5 caliber. And so you have a lighter, smaller projectile that's going much faster. And it's also got a much flatter trajectory. So it actually maintains energy way longer than even like 5.56. Like it's got better energy down.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, because when we were then doing that video,
when it smacked that plate.
Yeah,
oh yeah, boy.
you could hear it. It seems pretty good.
So I love 6.5 Grendel.
Yeah, I mean I have very limited experience, but when I first tried it with you, positive, pretty good, dude. So, what's that?
Cristiano Ronaldo scores without looking at the goal. I wonder if Kai can hit the target blindfold. You know what? Doesn't sound too safe. I
mean, exactly. You don't want to shoot a handgun blindfolded, Bobby. So don't. But what was I going to say? So presidential debate tonight, I believe 9 p.m. Eastern today. So what do you think about that guy, Vivek Ramaswamy? Guys, what do you think? What do you guys think about him? I just think the guy's good. I mean, there's a couple of policies. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? But I'm kind of wondering how he's going to do tonight. I can't wait to watch it.
Yep. I mean, certainly there's been a lot of talk about him around the warehouse and things.
Yeah.
So
I probably started that whole thing. What time is the debate? I'm just going to type.
Oh,
Alexa, what time is the presidential debate tonight?
The next Republican presidential debate will be hosted by Fox again on September 27th, 2023 at 9 p.m. Eastern at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California. The first Republican presidential debate.
Alexa, shut up.
2024.
Okay.
So, Rusty here says, I like him, talking about Vivek. We need a young guy like him. That's one thing I do think is something that politicians seem like they're getting older and older.
Bro, okay. Like President Biden.
Right.
Like I sincerely mean this.
Mm-hmm.
I've just watched a couple more videos about him, just most recent. It is almost an elder abuse to put him out there. Like, dude, he doesn't make sense anymore. And I swear to God, I'm not trying to take sides here. Like, I feel like he really needs to just retire, enjoy the rest of his lives, whatever is left with his family and loved ones away from the BS. Like, what do you think, man?
So, certainly there are times when you're listening to the president and you don't have to, be like a conspiracy theorist or something. And you just feel like he's just, you question his ability to really fulfill the duties of his role. Right.
Yeah.
Like his confusion, his random utterances, like these are things that I think any reasonable person could look at and say, you know what, like, it's not like, what they said something like, oh, he's got a speech impediment. Oh, this is not a speech impediment. Like you're
no. It has nothing to do with that. This is like literally cognitive decline.
Right.
Or you can't, like I just watched with the stuff that he was saying with Don Lemon, just a recent video that somebody posted. He talked for a solid 60 seconds without finishing the sentence. And I'm not joking. And none of this stuff was connected to we didn't know what he was trying to say. And it was that bad. Just not trying to take sides. It's just that observation, man. If that was my dad, I'd probably say the same thing. So,
yeah, definitely, man. That's what we're here for.
Yeah.
We're trying to make content and share our opinions and hopefully you guys dig it. So,
dude, honestly, these live streams are a lot of fun when you guys ask us questions. So ask me, Matt, anything you guys want. That's literally how things go. Like you and I talk, obviously we BS and do our own thing, but what matters is these questions. We answer these questions. You guys get to know us better. I mean, you guys know Matt a lot better than me. I'm the new guy on the block, right? It's going to be a year.
I was going to say it's been a while though. It's not like you're brand new.
It's going to be a year.
Yeah, and I think obviously I've been with the channel for a while. I think some people forget exactly how long because I've been doing videos since probably like 6 or almost 7 years.
Oh yeah, like you before even Clint, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, you've been around for quite some time, and I'm the new guy. A lot of people don't know me, so this is a great opportunity for you guys to get to know me, and I get to know you guys. Like, there's definitely a bunch of usuals in like the Crunchy Taco, like a bunch of guys over here. So I get to know people, but having you around here, it makes it so much easier when we have these questions because some of the stuff that you can answer, I can't answer.
Let's see here. Rusty again. If you had to buy a 22 semi-auto pistol right now, what would it be?
Oh, that Smith. What was the? I just did it. Oh, you know what? I'm not the biggest SIG fan when it comes to handguns. The SIG's 22.
Okay.
Like because Clint did the video just recently, and I kind of had a little cameo in there, and 6 hour. I forget the model.
Mhm.
It was 6 hour. It was a FDE. It felt like a full size action because a lot of times 22s feel like a toy gun,
Yeah.
right? No, that one felt like a 9mm SIG, but it was 22. It was fantastic.
Mhm.
I like that. So whatever that was.
I don't know. I like the rigor. I think it's the SR 22. Like
Yeah.
that's. I think that having a semi-auto 22 is a really cool gun to have just in the arsenal because they're a lot of fun to shoot.
Yeah.
You can do a little bit of training with it that will transfer to other semi-autos, but they're just also a ton of fun.
Yeah.
What town am I from in Michigan? So again, I barely lived in Michigan. We moved out of Michigan when I was like 6 months old to Texas.
Okay. Where did you go? Oh, you
And
grew up
then,
in Texas?
and then when I was 2, we moved to South Carolina. So
You're from South Carolina, bro.
I'm-
Stop talking to us
but,
about Michigan.
I was born in Royal Oak.
It doesn't count. It doesn't count. What else we got?
I already have the GX22. It's really sweet, but I need a second one so my wife and I should change. Yeah, there's tons of cool options for semi-auto
Yeah.
22s. Kai, I think this is in relation to your earlier comment about the 62 grain or 64 grain.
Yeah.
Kai, the Spear 75 grain flips coyotes end over end. Other hunting rounds work well.
Dude.
So for self-defense, he's recommending like a hunting style round.
Here's the deal. I don't really have any experience with the 75 grain HB, but the reason I said what I said, guys, the law enforcement, especially the FBI, they have tested everything out there. And of course, when the Bureau tests things, it's not just like, oh, when this hits a target, what happens? So when you shoot a coyote, I guarantee you're not shooting through a drywall. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee there's no barriers. It's just the animal and you, and then you shoot and hit it. Of course, a 5.56, even a 55 grain will just do a devastating effect. Because I've personally, when I was a police officer, we shot somebody, and the person went down like that. So it's a powerful little guy. But when you talk about self-defense, you have to have other factors in place, going through the windows, the windshield perhaps, or some other intermediate barriers, and still having that effective terminal ballistics performance. That's why I said that federal 64 and 62 grains soft tips. And I personally have seen, if you guys Google Aurora, Illinois active shooter, the dude got fired and killed a bunch of people. And I was on that scene as a crime scene investigator. Like I went there to process the scene. SWAT guy shot and killed this guy so many times with the federal 62 grain is soft that they used, because I was a crime scene investigator. So I was over that body and I went to his autopsy, but I'm the one that moved him, checked his pockets and everything. They were just mushroomed out 5.56 falling out of that guy's body. So it's a good round. So that 75 grain HB flips coyotes, I'm sure. But again, you have to have other factors in self-defense.
So speaking of self-defense, Cooking with Gunpowder says, what do you think of an AR and 45 ACP for home defense?
Fantastic. I mean, if you have it, 45 is great, dude, especially for home defense. It's
Fat and slow will get the job done, trust me.
Yeah. That's funny. No, it's great. What I always consider on a home defense, like you got to have a round that's going to have that can go through intermediate barrier. Because you're going to have sometimes situations where the person is going to be behind barriers and you're going to continue shooting. It needs to keep that momentum going through the barrier and still have that effective performance. So.
I'd say on the other side of that is that, a lot of times when we're thinking about home defense, we also do want to give some consideration to over penetration, because
100%.
you don't want it to go through my wall and your neighbor's wall. And then,
absolutely.
So, but yeah, I mean, certainly certain barriers like your sofa or something, right?
Yeah. Like when I was a local police officer, we were issued those 55 grain orange polymer tip. Okay. I tested those things. They are so bad. The reason the department issued those, and that was the only authorized round, zero barrier. Like I shot that thing through like a 2x4. It would just be in pieces. It's like frangible. So it was great. If you shot somebody, that thing hit the person, went in about an inch and just pretty much exploded. It was great. But if that person was hiding behind like a sheet metal, right? That's it. That round wasn't all that effective. And I would break policy and carry a full metal jacket on me every time. I was like, hey, if something happens, fine, I'll get fired. I'm good with it. But I want to at least, because people take cover. Dude, if somebody went behind a trunk of a car, like took cover, you were done. You could just dump the entire polymer tip 5.56. It wasn't going to go through and hit the guy. So, I'm not a big fan of frangible rounds, is what I'm saying.
I got you.
Yeah.
Would you be interested in AK chamber and 5.7? I'm interested in AK chamber and whatever cartridge they come out with. Having said that, I feel like the AK is generally speaking a little bit heavier rifle compared to say the AR-15 because of it being made from a steel receiver, so it's got machined trunnions versus the mostly stamped box of the receiver. Or if you get a milled, it's completely machined out of steel. And even though like 5.45 is a fantastic cartridge in the AK-74, I don't know that. I mean, 5.7 is such a kind of a small, lightweight, low recoiling cartridge. I feel like you're kind of missing out on just putting it in a lighter platform. Yeah, you can fire that out of so much lighter of a platform than an AK. So I think it would be cool.
There'd be no recoil.
Yeah,
it'd be nothing.
Yeah. But I think that you're almost giving up like some of the big advantages of the round by putting it in that platform.
Yeah, and I also want to know like the full powder burn. Like, is a 16-inch barrel will be too long?
The PS90 has a 16-inch barrel because it has to.
But it has to. But it's a 10-inch. Isn't that like a 10-inch barrel?
Like the PS90 is got the short barrel, but the PS90, which people
that we have, the P90 is the how many? Is it 8 inches barrel? What's the barrel length on a P90? I don't know. You guys know? I feel like that's probably the optimal for that. Thomas is picking up his ADM lower in a couple of days. Dude, you did it right, man. ADM, they are great.
Yeah.
However, my mounts are better. Mac mounts, guys. Come on. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, come on.
Show this.
You show them that. I'm going to run to the restroom real quick.
What? You gonna sit down or what? Oh, yeah. All right, guys. So ADM is great. So if you guys haven't seen this Mac mount, this is going to be available at Classic literally probably next week. Germany, made in Germany stuff. This can get real tight. I can't even open it. Anyways, there we go. So it's got this QD system right here. I think this is a lot better than the ADM's mounts. ADM's got great ARs, but the mount wise, I think Mac, this is going to be great. Whoa. All right. Let's see what we got here. We need it. Giovanni. Classic should do a range day with the fans. Dude, we shoot at Take Aim training range in South Carolina. We always say, if you guys see us, come shoot with us. There's been so far 2 times that I've been there. People who are a fan of the channel stop by and shot with us. So if you guys ever find yourself there, we would love to have you. I mean, I would love to meet all of you guys. Like, we're going to be at the SHOT Show. I don't know, end of January. Hopefully I get to see some of you guys there. NRA show. I love meeting you guys, man. I do. All right. Let's see what else we got. What other questions? Oh, Donald's. We need an AK build between Matt and Brandon. Oh, I would watch that video. That'd be awesome. When Matt gets here, I'll tell him. Hey, Matt. Yep. Somebody says they'd like you to build an AK, build off with Brandon Herrera. What do you think? I think even though Brandon Herrera is the AK guy, I know you know way more probably about AKs than he does.
No.
I think so. You know everything about it.
So I will
not taking anything away from him. It's just that you know so much.
Well, so I would like to point out I've never built an AK, okay?
Okay. I didn't know that, honestly.
Yeah, that just requires tooling and like a whole different level of things than putting together an AR. And I don't have that tooling, so I've never built an AK. Certainly accessorize it, place furniture on it, stuff like that. But no, never put one together from scratch.
I think you need to. Dude, you can't be the AK guy if you haven't built one.
I mean,
You have to. Oh,
I
didn't know
you
that.
think Classic's going to spring to buy me the shot press and stuff? Like,
Oh, you need all that stuff?
yeah, like you need like a 7-ton shot press and the jigs for
Ah.
crushing rivets and stuff. Like that's tooling that
You can't buy the parts and put it together yourself or no? I don't know.
You can, but you need tools. Like the great thing about putting together an AR is you need very little as far as specialized tooling.
Yeah.
You can do it mostly with tools that most people have. Like an armor's wrench is about the only thing I
Yeah.
would say you'd have to buy. Certainly there are other little helpful things, but
Oh, I didn't know that. I really had no clue that you had to have a 7-ton press. Jeez. Okay. Never mind. I guess we're not building one. Okay. There you go. Take cover.
oh yeah. So let's see here.
Chunky.
That's definitely one of the scope mounts of all time.
It is. Well, let me ask. Well, I can. I was going to ask, what do you guys think the price of this is? But they can't see the quality. But I can tell you this. Hold on. This one is 7075 T6 aluminum, 30 and 34. Obviously, you can attach offset triple screws, so it's more real estate. QD system, true QD, and slim. What do you think the price is? And also built-in leveler. You good?
Sorry.
What do you guys think about the MSRP on this one? Is again 7075 T6 aluminum, so it's the strongest grade out there. Not some of the. I think ADM is who is no who. A lot of companies use 6061, which is like 50% less strong. Hey, I'm just telling you, it's strong.
What's there? Gio said SHOT Show isn't for everyone, though, is it? But yes, I'll definitely be at NRA again next year. So I am looking forward to next year. Should be my first time going to SHOT Show.
Is you were with us at the NRA show?
Yep, I was at NRA, and I'm looking forward to next year. Hopefully, getting a good shot. And then Gio, maybe I'll get to see you again at NRA next year.
Yeah, hopefully, dude. I'd love to see you.
Let's see here.
What else we got?
New video. Matt builds an AK with the AK. Now that's something I get behind. See,
Who's the AK guy?
Brandon Correa.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
We just did a Guess Who. Remember?
That's right. Yeah. Wait. Hold on.
Oh, I don't know if that's come out yet.
Whatever. Who won? I won.
What? No, you didn't.
I guess you're gonna have to watch it. So Gilly's like $200 to $250 if you're bragging about the price. Oh, that's actually a pretty good point. Like if you're bragging about the point, but that's too low, dude. You can't. Come on, dude. Mounts with the same material and this level stuff, they sell for over $400. But it's gonna be MSRP $279, guys, at Classic, which leaves nothing on the table almost. But hey, to get in the market, look, $499. No, that's a little bit too much. I believe anything that's $499, it's overkill.
So let's see here.
Anyways.
What is your go-to everyday carry knife? Mine's basically a box cutter because I work in a warehouse. I do have a job in our warehouse, managing the warehouse.
Yeah,
floor,
true.
But still, I typically
Even
might.
off duty? I mean, off work? Is that what you carry on you?
I mean, I always have one on me because of habit, right? Like I take one for work, and it's a personal box cutter. But generally speaking, I have a box cutter as my everyday carry knife. Not the most tactical choice.
I mean, it's pretty good though. I got the Benchmade, good old Benchmade.
I have a really cool fixed blade Benchmade that my twin brother gave me as a present.
You have a twin brother?
Yeah. Oh,
I seriously,
no,
guys.
no, I have a twin brother. He's in the Navy. Shout out to my brother Noah.
I just found out.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that you had a twin brother. Like, does he know about guns like you do?
So, I mean, certainly, again, Noah serves in the Navy. Noah's got experience with shooting some guns and stuff. He's gone through training, part of like the, shipboard security force kind of thing. So he gets a little bit more hands-on small arms training than a lot of Navy guys necessarily might. But as far as like the technical aspect of things, I don't think he's quite as well versed.
So,
to me.
all right. So is he like got beard like you, shaven head? Like what is he?
He's in the Navy. He
Okay, so he's in
beard.
okay. He can't have beard. Okay, got it.
Yeah. As far as shaven heads, yeah. I mean, he could. So new haircut guys. So
looks
yeah,
good.
he probably rocks something like this a lot. But yeah.
Is it like a single leg? Like you guys look alike?
So
Like we're
Yes, but I don't think that we look so. I mean, we are identical twins, but I think that given a number of differences, you could tell us apart. You know,
gotcha.
like again, he's I don't know,
You guys like Hodge twins,
30
like,
pounds lighter than me.
oh, is he?
He's got to run and stuff.
I don't know. Navy, dude. Did they even do anything? But dude, I'm like pissing everybody off right now.
I sure as heck don't have no confidence in self-defense, but it's a tool. Humans don't have claws.
Dude, I do jujitsu all the time.
Okay, so that's in response to most people don't have a knife to be confident enough with to leave the house with.
I see.
So I mean that's a good point. A lot of us do not train with a knife as a self-defense implement.
Dude, it's like we've gone through the academies and stuff. You always train, like they train you against a knife attack, and you become the bad guy and whatever. The best thing I can tell you about whole knife thing, right? Unless you're one of those like top tier guys about knife defense, like you're that guy, you're gonna get cut.
Yeah,
you're gonna get cut, dude. Like this is how we would do it. This is how I recommend it. Grab a friend, get on the mat, grab literally 2 like dry use pens with you,
right,
and try to stab each other with it. Like by the time you're done, like wrestling or grappling, you'll come up, you'll see like red mark here, red mark there. There's like every time you see a mark,
you would have got cut.
You got
or
cut.
stabbed.
And we would literally fight each other and then get off. Like after 1 minute, I would have stuff all over me and vice versa.
Which is the primary rule in that fight. You're gonna get cut.
You're gonna get caught. Period. Yeah. So because a lot of, but here's the deal, though, guys. This is what I really hated in the police academy, but it's good eye opener, and I see all the time on YouTube too. Hey, here's how you deflect. Somebody comes at you, go like that. There's always this thing on every training. If you look at it, like self-defense training, the guy's like, throw me a punch, and he like does this, and then he's just like, well, nobody's gonna throw you a punch and stop. So the deflecting the knife and stuff, they always teach you like, oh, do this and deflect, get out of the X. Great. But then when you train, they always stop. In real life, bad guys don't stop. They come at you, you get off the X, he turns around, he comes at you, they never stop. It's the constant chase. So you got to train more realistically. That's why we would do this Sharpie thing. It's way more realistic than just like, this is not realistic, sorry.
Yeah, I think that again, it's a good thing because we discuss firearms a lot, self-defense with firearms a lot. There are other aspects to self-defense that maybe you should consider when you are looking at your own self-defense strategy or training.
Dude, I do jiu-jitsu all the time. Like I just signed up to Charlotte Jiu-Jitsu Academy. I was at De La Rosa Submission and Wrestling in Illinois. I love jiu-jitsu because it's good fitness, good cardio, but I really do it also because I want to have that skill. And I've been doing it for years. It's one of my favorite things to do. It gives you confidence too. Like I know for a fact, I'm not the best, but I know for a fact if I go down on the ground, which most fights do go, I'm kind of like at home. Like I'm happy with it. So you want to have shooting guns and everything good too, but kind of learn to do a couple of things with your hands too. So
all right. Let's see. We'll look here. Speaking of getting cut, Matt, who cut your hair? Pay him extra next time. Well, that would be me. I cut my hair. That's why it's this way, because it's about all I can
funny.
Manage is just bzz, so.
That's funny. That's a good comment. Crunchy taco, good. Yeah, just give him hell. Look, somebody says, since you guys are neglecting Rumble. Dude, I don't know. Are we neglecting Rumble?
Oh, this is your thing.
But I thought Rumble's chat comes over here too. I didn't know. Let me go to Rumble real quick. Oh yeah. There's some.
I thought all of these things were all combining in here. But yeah, if we're ignoring your questions because you're commenting on a specific platform, sorry about that.
I honestly thought all of the comments, no matter what platform, come over here. That's what I thought.
I see Twitch, I see YouTube. I'm just going to scroll through the comments.
Yeah, Twitch.
See if I see.
So it's just Twitch and YouTube, dude.
Yeah, I just see Twitch and YouTube.
Okay, so I think we're live on Twitter too. I'm just going to check.
We got a check mark up here.
Let me see, or X, whatever they call it. Let's see. Classic Firearms. Oh, there you go. Oh, we're not. I thought I put Twitter there too. Oh, look at Twitter. Dude, I go to Twitter. First thing I see. I don't know. There you
They
go.
make me look so much cooler than I really am. You know that?
No, you are cool, dude. Come on. You are cool. Oh, there you go. But it says 2 hours ago. Oh, we're not. I thought I put Twitter. Okay, so I guess we
it's
are.
a little
All right.
delayed, maybe.
Yeah. That's it. So what do you think, man?
Braden Grismore said, distance is key to self-defense. That's right. And knowing what you can accomplish in the distance there is, right? So you can, if you're already so far away from someone who is a potential assailant, you can just increase that distance and maybe avoid the conflict. Or if
Situational awareness.
Or if you are going, if you're within so close that you don't think you can escape, are you able to draw your gun before that person's on top of you? Do you just need to think, okay, this is going to be a hand-to-hand fight because there's no way I can go for my gun before they're on top of me? Distance and understanding distance is definitely key to self-defense.
And I always say this: if the other person doesn't have a gun and you do, there's a gun in that fight. So just because you have it doesn't mean you're going to use it, because that could be used against you. There's a lot of cops out there or civilians out there that have been injured or killed with their own guns or knives. So be careful. If you have it on you, you also have to work on retaining that on you as well.
All right. Matt, Kyle, what's your favorite video you've ever done with Classic?
Ooh, that's a freaking hard question.
Every video that I've beaten Clinton.
Which there's probably a lot. I don't know which one is the fun. I think I don't.
We could do a lot of interesting things, like
I'm just trying to think like the funnest. Like when Clint and I were doing the Echelon versus SIG, I laughed a lot in that video.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a fun video. Canic versus Glock video was fun with Clint. What I really love. My favorite, and I wasn't at Classic at that time. The concealed carry loadout.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we did just draw and fire, turn around and fire.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was one of the funnest videos I've done with you guys. But I was a rep at that time, if you remember.
Yeah. So that was the concealed carry. So Clint had the SAR 9C.
Yeah.
And you were there repping SAR at the time.
I
don't know, like
wait. I'm sorry. Legally Armed America. Paul. You know Paul? Dude, How to Make a Monster. His book is amazing. Paul, thanks for stopping by, dude. He's one of the GOA guys. He's got a YouTube channel, Legally Armed America. He's awesome. Love this guy. And he's got a book called How to Make a Monster or Create a Monster. No, How to Make a Monster for like school shooter stuff.
Yeah. What's
up, man? Really good. Good seeing you here. I'm sorry. I cut you off. Keep going.
No.
I get excited.
I don't remember what I was going to say, what we were talking about, but Kurt, talks about, are you talking about all the food challenges? Look, I've also beat Clint in shooting challenges. It's happened. So yes, every one of the food challenges has been fantastic.
You beat everybody.
Because it's so much fun to see Clint cry. And
it is, yeah.
It brings a warm glow to my heart. But I've also beat Clint in shooting challenges. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, just the bolt gun series just now. Yeah. No, okay. Not Classic, but Outside the Warehouse. So we have another channel, if you guys don't know, Outside the Warehouse. Are You Smarter Than Fifth Grader, Volume 2. Mm-hmm. We did it together.
Yep.
By far, my favorite video I've ever done here at Classic. I guess that still counts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, was any of that stuff planned? That was like literally happening live on camera. I was dying, crying, laughing. It was so funny.
And talking about like the most fun kind of videos that we've ever done. I mean, when we did the night vision shoot for the bolt gun series, that was a ton of fun. Just staying out until 11:30 at night with a couple of guys that you know pretty well, shooting guns. It was just a fantastic time.
Yeah, if you guys actually go to Rumble and watch the very last 2 minutes of the Bolt Gun Series night vision shoot, there's going to be a blooper reel. You guys will see then how much fun we were having. And good seeing you, Paul. Really good seeing you, man. Thanks for stopping by, dude.
And Crunchy Taco's follow-up comment, seeing Clint at his weakest, remember he's still human. Yeah, absolutely. We all have good days and bad days, and that is just something that happens.
Yeah,
right?
It happens, dude. Like I was just doing a video today, Smith & Wesson M&P M2.0 and Glock 17 surplus because we got our hands on. I normally am like, I'm good with AR. I'm decent. Like I'm decent with pistol and AR. And man, in that video, did I suck shooting those pistols? I mean, I sincerely mean this. It was just so terrible.
When we were shooting the AK-4722 trainer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
that was so you were talking a little bit earlier about having trouble with AK sights, and that definitely showed in that video.
I did.
We did a time challenge that I beat Kai at. It was just having a super hard time.
Those sights, man, I can't get them. I can't. Then we had the the dissipator from the Anderson.
Mm-hmm.
Then Matt was crying after that. But yeah, moving on.
But,
moving on.
What is your take on visible lasers?
What do you think?
So
don't point them at airplanes.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I don't know. I mean, I think that I guess if you're looking at it as a specific situation, right? Like you have a visible laser on a home defense pistol because you feel that will give you the best, quickest target acquisition.
Yeah.
In that environment. Okay, I can understand where you're coming from, and I don't necessarily disagree. But if you're talking about just in general, then I feel like there are also disadvantages to having a laser that's tracking you back to a that reveals your position to someone else. So depending on the usage and the circumstances, I can say that's fine.
Yeah, if you're trained with it, in my opinion, because visible lasers obviously will give up your positions. If you got that thing on and you're walking around with it in a CQB environment, in your own home, right? Then you're kind of giving up your position. But if you're trained with it and you can just identify the target and then turn it on for shot placements and turn it off when you need to, like you're able to train yourself like that, great. And it'll give you that. But red dots are basically like lasers. They kind of but only you can see. So there's definitely a place for laser, but it's just you got to be trained with it.
So we kind of got distracted when he said we were neglecting Rumble, and we started looking into why we weren't seeing Rumble questions. But he did ask a question. So CD Steen 69 says, what would your choice be between a Walther Pro PDP or the new Echelon as a service sidearm, and why? And I'm gonna kick that over to you because you are the handgun guy.
Here's what I'm gonna say: Walther Pro PDP is great. I currently have the Echelon, Springfield Echelon. Now, Echelon has been out for just got out. We haven't seen anything bad about him yet, except the 21 round mag, the base plate coming off. Apparently, that was a factory fluke a little bit that they installed it wrong. Echelon so far is proving to be really good because I would say if you asked me this a month ago, I'd be like, you know what? Let's just wait because it needs to kind of prove itself. Because for law enforcement duty use, guys, that thing needs to fire like 20, 30,000 rounds, no problems really for you to kind of really depend your life on. As for Walther, I don't have much experience with it, but I know it's proven. Walthers are very good. Yeah. As of right now, seeing how Echelon has been doing real well, and I have it, I'm kind of trained with it a little bit. I'm taking Echelon because I really like the Echelon's recoil impulse and the ergonomics. Springfield did it, man. They really did it. So that's it. Echelon.
Echelon. There you go. Yeah. All right. This is an interesting question.
I'm sorry. I just saw this dude right here. I don't know who this guy is. Why is he what's up with the chicken legs? But anyways, who was that guy? Can you?
Oh yeah. So thoughts on pistol bayonet?
Ooh, pistol bayonet.
Pistol bayonet.
No. Why would I do that?
Standoff device.
How about I just do this and fire?
Yeah. I mean, so Jeffrey Schwartz. Yeah.
I don't know. No, for me, no. Jeffrey, I'm like, no. Why would I do that?
Seems silly. Thanks for asking though.
BRG9, Steve Hughes. 100%. I mean, it's a budget gun.
Mm-hmm.
It works.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. What's great about, semi-automatic 9mm pistols, even budget options is that, I think that, you're going to find that there's so many out there that work. They don't have the greatest aftermarket support because of, kind of coming in from different places. Like there's so many guns that are kind of imported and they don't get a lot of support. But
Yeah.
these are still firearms that we will find they do work and they can get you a reliable package. Now, again, depending on what you're going to use it for, it's going to be harder to find a variety of holsters that fit it and stuff. So if you're looking for a carry gun, you might limit yourself in some of the options as far as holster support and stuff. But if you're looking for like a home defense gun,
truck gun, home defense, I think it's for so far BRG9 as far as I know, because we've definitely carried them for a little bit, and we haven't had anything negative.
We have carried them for a while. They've been popular, and they just seem to be a good value for the money.
Yeah.
Again, especially if it's something that you're going to be leaving in a location at home or something where you don't have to worry about kind of the downside of, can I find a holster that fits? That's the type of holster I want, that kind of thing. But yeah.
What do you think about a chainsaw for a home defense?
A chainsaw, probably not the best option. First off, I mean, you're just looking at the mess, right? It's going to be flinging parts everywhere, and that's going to be a pain in the butt to clean up, right?
Yeah. I figured they've been asking these ridiculous questions, right? I was like, let me throw one myself.
Whipple Coyote actually doing something nice and helpful.
I wouldn't trust a word that guy says.
That you can use Springfield Armory holsters with the BRG. So that is a nice.
Okay, Springfield Armory.
Notes.
Oh, Springfield what? Like what Springfield? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Whipple Coyote. Jeez. Can you just ban him?
Yeah, look at this. Mount the light to the bayonet and the flamethrower under that, just a good utility item to keep. Yeah. All right, guys.
That's something.
You of course have your home defense flamethrower somewhere, right?
Oh yeah. It's called Taco Bell.
50 BMG pistol. I think there was actually a 50 BMG single shot pistol that was manufactured, but never went to production. It was just like a kind of proof of concept pistol.
I can't imagine, because with the 50 BMG, the Barrett that we shoot, there's that barrel that kind of goes in. It's a heavy gun, so even then, there's still a lot of recoil.
So, as I recall, it was a breech loading single shot. So effectively, you would open the rear of the pistol, put one round in, have to seal the rear of the pistol. You'd fire that one shot, and I mean, I can't imagine the recoil.
That's what I'm saying. That thing, the energy has to go somewhere.
Also, you don't have to worry about the exhaust from a gas burning chainsaw. Keep the air quality within your home a little bit better.
As long as they die first, I don't care about me later. I mean, it's fine.
But it's in your home. And he's pointing. You don't have to pull start. You don't have to worry about priming the motor. It's just you hit the button and go. Of course, the only problem is your batteries have to be good, long lasting.
Oh, I like that he's environmental. Okay, I like that. Yeah.
All right. So 601 firepower. Thoughts on the outcome after next year? And do y'all see anything occurring due to it?
What outcome?
Yeah, I'm not sure I quite understand the question. 601 firepower.
The outcome after next year, and do you all see any
the outcome of the election? Well, we have to have the election first. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Just hit us back up with a little bit of clarification, maybe. If we're throwing out, sorry,
just above that.
If we're throwing out crazy ideas, a Gatling shotgun. I saw a show where they did this. They took a bunch of Sega 12s and they put them on a carousel kind of thing, and so you would turn a crank and it would pop, 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 pop. Yep.
That sounds fun.
All right.
What else? Whipple Coyote, there you go. Springfield XD9.
There you go.
Holsters.
Thanks, Whipple Coyote. So XD9
and magazines.
Holsters and mags should work.
Dude, BRG went with Springfield magazines out of all the brands. I mean, I'm not saying Springfield's bad, but the commonality wise, Okay.
How much does it cost realistically to get into the transferable machine gun game? So, by no means am I an expert because I do not own a transferable machine gun, but I have.
You own legally. Okay.
Okay, yeah. But I have done a little bit of looking into it, and it kind of depends on what it is that you're wanting to get when you say a machine gun. So I think you can still get things kind of like Mac 10s or little SMG style 9mm pistols, full auto, for $8,000 to $10,000. Of course, like I said earlier, the $200 tax at that point just becomes kind of a rounding error. But if you're looking for something like a fully transferable AR-15 or something, you're probably looking at closer to like $25,000. And for a lot of those things, it goes way higher because, again, no new transferable machine guns can be introduced into the registry. So you're all competing over the limited number that were already registered.
1986. Who did that, man? Who signed that bill?
Who did sign it?
It is literally the copy of the XT9. That's funny, right?
There you go.
It's literally the copy. Really? You know how them Turks do. Yeah, I know. Do it right.
How do you feel about 308 for close quarters battle?
Holy, I think a little overkill. I mean, hey, listen, you're gonna put him down, but on a close quarter, no. Just, I say.
So there's
limited capacity,
obviously
recoil,
it's fully capable,
loud.
But when we're talking about
muzzle
308, the strength of it is how much further range you get over out of it over something like 5.56, right? You just don't need all of the excess in a close.
Here's what I want to ask. I want to tell you, Ricardo, grab 3-4 buddies with you that you trust and get into a CQB situation, like a little room in a shooting range if you can, or even in a shooting like indoor range, and try to fire like 3-4 of you guys at the same time. And then you tell me if you want to actually use that thing in a CQB environment.
No. Uncanny how much you guys look like. I don't see it.
Oh, what? You don't?
No.
It's because I don't have a beard. Yeah. Whoa. Super chat.
Take a look here. Yeah, super chat.
Big fan. Thanks, dude. DDM
is $1,600 for a DDM for V7 custom. Worth it.
I mean, $1,600 not bad. I'd say DDM. Daniel Defense is pretty good, so I'd say yes. In my opinion, yeah.
I will say
no
that it is your money and you spend it however you want to. That's way more money than I've ever spent on an AR, unless you're talking about with the other accessories to fully kit it out.
Yeah.
So that's just also part of the thing that, different folks are looking for things at different price ranges too.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Daniel Defense is pretty good. I think
Daniel Defense is a great brand.
Dude, nowadays $1,600 is not much for a decent AR, which Daniel Defense is. Okay. Oh, there you go. See J954 right there. He's my guy, man. He just showed up. You showed up late today. Guy, Matt, what's up, fellas?
How's it going?
Yeah.
Man? Yeah.
How's it going? Good seeing you. 300 black guys. Whoa.
So
please eat him alive, Matt.
It really depends on how you mean that. So yes, 300 Blackout is a 30 caliber cartridge. 308 is also a 30 caliber cartridge. There's lots of 30 caliber cartridges, but 300 Blackout is not 308 if we mean 308 Winchester, right?
Yeah.
So yes, but 300 Blackout is a 30 caliber cartridge. It is 7.62 millimeters in diameter, just like 308 is.
And look at the range too. Like 300 Blackout range and a 308 762 NATO, right? Range, dude. Just they're different worlds, man.
Yeah. So I mean, we talk about like the kind of caliber confusion sometimes. So 300 Blackout 7.62 by 35 millimeter versus 308 Winchester is 7.62 by 51 millimeter. Again, there's lots of 30 caliber cartridges out there. So, but yes, they have the same nominal diameter, totally different cartridges.
Yeah. It's a different world, man.
Did you get a chance to check out those two bands? He recommended some bands for you?
Yeah, I wrote them right here. Like I haven't, but they're right here. I got them. Ginger and Infector Rain. I still got them here. I'll check them out, dude. Sorry, I forgot. All right.
What is your opinion on 5.56 from an AK platform? I love 5.56 AKs.
I think so too. I mean, I'm not a big AK person. Right. Not that I don't like them, just new to them. 5.56 on an AK, like even AK-74 with the 5.45. I mean, it's fantastic, dude.
Yeah. So I think there's I do own one 5.56 AK. It's the Galil that we were talking about earlier. And then also, I just think that 5.56 AKs kind of may be the future of AKs in the U.S. market because 7.62 by 39, since they banned Russian ammo imports, has been kind of much more difficult and more expensive when you do find it than it had historically been. And certainly there are places that are building up the production and stuff
Yeah.
of that. So hopefully that's going to get better over time. But another option is just if you really like the AK platform, just buy a 5.56 AK, say from Zastava or something, and then you get to have the fun of shooting.
Yeah, it's a commonality of the 5.56 cartridge, and of course, price is decent too, not too bad. And at the same time, the shooting experience. I mean, it's just you got to admit it's better than the 7.2 39.
Nope, I don't have to admit that. Nope.
Of course.
Let's see here. I think
What's Josh saying? Like Josh, I swear.
down here.
Something about you.
Jeff, you front pass lunch next week. Chris Taco, yeah, Russell, that's yours. I mean, I want to make sure that we have clear information out there because people will take something like that statement, even though I think that you totally know what you're talking about, and they will just run with it because they don't understand the difference. So I just want to make sure that there's clear communication as far as the comparison of those calibers out there.
Yeah. 10.5-inch 308.
Cookie cutter comp.
Yep.
Your friends will hate you. Everyone at the range will hate you. Do not shoot at an indoor range. I don't know.
Hey, look, there's a guy named Ariel. Says, I want Clint back. Then why are you here, dude? Just get out of the stream. I mean, if you want him, and go back to him on Monday. He'll stream on Mondays.
Oh, I'm probably meeting.
No, I was just being honest. Like, if he doesn't want to watch us, then change the channel. If you don't like CNN, go watch Fox.
Yes, it is. A Galil, specifically, we're not talking about, just like the Galil Ace, although that's a modified AK. The Galil SAR is just an AK. That's
it is. It's an improved, perfected AK.
Yep. Let's see.
Yep. All right.
Here, that's maybe a good question for you. What kind of time should you be looking at in a self-defense training for drawing, pointing, and shooting? So from draw to first shot off, what kind of time do you think as self-defense?
Done it numerous times. Definitely did 1 second, man. Bam. Bam.
All right.
Because when we do, I do 5 rounds, between 4 and 5 when we do draw. And, the target that you close, you just tap and get out and draw fire. Generally, it's in the neighborhood of 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. We're talking about turn around, draw, fire 4 or 5 rounds, 2 seconds, because things happen fast. So I say, if you're facing your target and you're just simply doing this, right? Just bang, that better be a second. Don't delay too much. But at the same time, you don't want to spray rounds. So you want to practice. Do you know what I'm saying? That's very important too. That's what we were talking about earlier. You get your natural point of aim. If you keep practicing, and I can't really explain over here, but if you keep practicing, you're going to develop that muscle memory where that natural point of aim is. You're going to be very fast. Just draw, bang, draw, bang. So I say that to be accurately 1 second within 3 yards, 3 to 5 yards.
All right. I mean,
it's 1 second, maybe very short, but when you do it, I promise you, it's not. You'll be surprised. You're when you hear the beep, and you just make it. It's actually very fast.
I think sometimes when you think about it, a second's actually a lot longer than people think. If we just do the whole 1,000, that was actually quite a bit of time to move, right?
Yeah, literally, if you have your
in fact, when you go to those indoor ranges and they're like, hey, you can't fire but 1 shot every 2 seconds, it feels so slow.
Yeah, dude. I will literally show this to people. Just most recently, we did it at a classic, right? Me, Clint, and Sarah. It was the most recent CCW thing that we did, which is right here. Can I show you? I think it was right before this. Sarah was here, and we did a.
While you're looking for that, it says, Matt, what kind of music do you listen to? I'm going to guess Led Zeppelin or Billy Joel. So I listen to a super wide variety of.
Yeah.
So I listen to things that are very classic. So everything from the Eagles through kind of some more old school country, and I listen to a lot of modern music too. I'll listen to Doja Cat or The Baby. But yeah, I listen to lots of different music.
All right. That's a very good thing. So right here, I'm going to show you guys this. Just present the screen. All right, guys. We're talking about like shooting, right? And this is nothing crazy. And honestly, we're just having fun. Not really going for speed, just kind of more accuracy. But here's the screen, and let's get this out of the way. I'm going to look at that super chat after. I think they can hear. Let me get this.
Power off.
So now over here. All right. They can hear the sound too. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Hold on. With your browser. Okay, they lost the audio. That's what it says. Let me go back over here. Let's see. Stop sharing and do it again. Sorry, guys. It said that I lost the audio for some reason. I'm going to reshare. Okay. So
Are we ready?
Eyes and ears.
Yep, I got mine on.
sound.
All right, we're hanging out downtown.
Weak elbow, but okay.
220.
Much
I mean,
better without
got
Alright.
you on that one, but
So that was 2.2 seconds. Okay. So I'm just saying, and I wasn't like going crazy, right? So now there's going to be another one. I'm going to show this. So that was 2.2 seconds and I fired 5 rounds. So that's just like move, turn around, draw. So what I'm trying to say is not that I'm fast. It really, 1 second isn't really too short for that. Now we're going to go back over here. I did it again. And it was, I believe, like right here. There you go. So
all right.
did
I
it
have to
again.
break it. Good to go. All right. So everything's
I think I
good.
just did 2 rounds here.
It was good.
Chilling, having a nice day.
That's
Whoa,
3.
that red dot popped up real good, man.
So
you, dude?
I
time.
actually saw the dot, but I would be lying to you if I said I saw the dot on all 3 shots. The first one I saw, and then I lost the dot.
Yeah.
I kept firing. So I'm gonna holster this up.
Yep.
229.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was also 2.2 seconds. What I'm trying to say is if you're facing the target and you just draw and fire first round, that should be about a second. You know, in that neighborhood. Randomly up. Oh, let's stop sharing screen. Hit stop sharing. There you go.
There we go. All right.
Oh, thanks, randomly epic.
Heck yeah. Let's see here. Trying to go back to see where we kind of left off when we started sharing that. So why do they call it ball ammunition? They just
Ball ammo is just a.
it's Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just the tip of it. You know that there's no, just looks like a ball.
Kai evidently speaks so much like a girl.
Oh yeah, I do. Right?
All right, it says, "Hello guys."
His mom taught me that. But go ahead. Just
ARs and AKs are banned in my country, unfortunately, but Tavors and Brens are still legal. What do you personally pick between a Tavor X95 and a CZ Bren 2? I would go CZ Bren 2. Part of that is because I'm left-handed and I hate bullpups.
dude, same here. CZ Bren, like we have one now.
Plus, the CZ Bren 2s are fantastic.
We have one.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's yeah. They did it, man. It's in Ukraine right now, being battle proven. You know that, right?
Let's see here. I'm not familiar with 9x21. I know about 9x18. What did 9x? So just to let you guys know, so 9x21 is a caliber that was developed by basically IWI as well as Beretta in conjunction because certain countries have restrictions on firearms being chambered in military calibers. So you could not get a firearm chambered in, say, 9x19, which is kind of standard 9mm, because it was a NATO spec military cartridge. So they developed the 9x21, and basically it's
Get around it.
Yeah, it's the same overall length.
Yeah.
But the round is the projectile is seated deeper in the case, so you have a different chambering with the same overall length, the same basic performance of a 9x19. So you can find Beretta and IWI. So you can find like an Uzi or a Beretta 92 chambered in 9x21. Just you won't find them commonly here in the U.S. because we can have 9x19.
Freedom, right?
My secret is out. Look at that.
Swifty. Oh, okay. What is that? What's that pack 8 size?
Not this.
What is it? Yeah, what is that?
All right. So he was saying 9x18 Makarov specifically. It is so 9x18 Makarov is not the exact same 9mm as 9x19.
So confusing, right?
So it uses a slightly larger projectile than a 9x19. And I think this is kind of referring back to the fact like 9x17 and 9x19 are both 9mm projectiles, but they're different calibers.
There's so many questions.
Is mounting a pump shotgun to the bottom of an AR-15 platform rifle legal? You would have to register, assuming that the barrel of the shotgun is less than 18 inches. You would have to register that as an SBS, a short barrel shotgun, because it has a stock once it's attached to the AR. There's a stock, and if the barrel is less than 18 inches, then you've made a short barrel shotgun.
Okay.
So yeah,
I didn't
like
know
there's the master key idea, right? I don't know why I suddenly started doing much air quotes. The master key was the idea of mounting like a shotgun underneath your AR, and you could fill it with frangible slugs, so you could bust doors open, like the door busters. So that's why it's the master key, because it opens all the doors.
Yeah, breacher. Right?
Yeah, and but yes, that would be
Still
considered
have
under
to be-
U.S. law a SBS.
Wu-Tang.
Wu-Tang,
Let's see.
yeah. Mauser or Luger?
That's also your freaking lane too.
I mean,
Don't look at me.
I prefer rifles, so I'm going to say Mauser, K98. Yeah.
Let's see. Is Clint more into hair metal?
What do you think?
Dude, I honestly don't know Clint all that well.
Yeah.
I really don't. So I don't know.
I can definitely see him being like an 80s hair metal kind of guy. That fits, I think.
Like, yeah, Twisted Sisters and stuff like that. Yeah.
Let's see here. Try to catch up.
I think we're coming to the end of the stream. Oh, what? 2 hour, 40 minutes, dude?
Yeah.
I think we should. What do you think? If you got some questions to answer, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying.
Of course.
We're trying to catch back up through all the comments
know,
when you were sharing it. Yes, bullpups are not friendly to us wrong-handed people. There are a few that are really cool. The PS90 is actually probably one of my favorites. But
Does that even have bullpup? You know? No. Different.
technically, yes, it's a bullpup. So the barrel chamber of the barrel is behind.
Yeah, I
the hand
know. It
of
goes
the
back.
shooting
Yeah.
hand. Yep. So it says, what if you kept the pistol grip on the shotgun? It would not matter as long as that shotgun was attached to the rifle, because that therefore gives it a stock. Now, you know, so there are certain things that are firearms that are not shotguns that you can buy legally that have a barrel less than 18 inches and use like a bird head pistol grip. So like, for instance, the Mossberg has the, I'm going to forget the name of it.
Mossberg 5.9? No.
Well, no, Persuader, right?
Oh,
No,
okay.
right. I think.
I don't know.
But so it'll look like a shotgun with a 14-inch barrel and like a bird's head grip. But because that receiver never had a stock attached to it, it's not legally a shotgun, because a shotgun is defined as a firearm that is shot from the shoulder. And so if it never had a stock on it, it's never been a shotgun.
Okay.
And that's how they're able to.
That's right. They call them the firearm or something?
Yeah, it's a firearm.
Yeah.
But the problem is once you attach that to the AR, it now does have a stock. You've made it into a shotgun.
True,
and therefore,
technically you made it into.
If the barrel was shorter than 18 inches, you also made
Look
it
at
shorter.
that. That's good, man. Thanks, Richard.
Past guy is bedtime. All right.
Who's saying that? Let me guess.
Richard, thanks, man. Yeah, we appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun, especially for my first time doing the live stream.
I loved having you over, dude.
You know
It's
what,
a good time.
Jeff, I think you seem like a great guy to have lunch with.
Him?
It's a Mossberg Shockwave, duh. That's the Shockwave.
Yeah, Shockwave. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Mossberg. Yeah.
And it has kind of a pistol grip, but it's the bird head grip. Yeah.
What else?
You got to finish it off with the guitar, Kaya. Yeah.
Oh, the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, sure. I don't. Last time we had a problem with the sound. Let me see if I can fix that.
So that's there. It says any other weapon versus destructive devices is confusing. So So when it comes to firearms, the most important part of the destructive device, I think, is the caliber larger than 50 caliber without a sporting exception. So technically, all 12 gauge shotguns, for instance, have a bore size over 50 caliber, but they get a sporting exception. So if you were to create like like the, what is it, 0.755 Tyrannosaur or something, they have to get a sporting exception or it would be considered a destructive device. When it comes to firearms, I think that's the main salient one. There are other destructive devices that are just like explosive devices, I think. Any other weapon is kind of literally just their catch-all for anything that doesn't meet any of the other qualifications, but includes things like pistols with a vertical grip or smooth bore pistols, firearms designed to be hidden as other items like a suitcase gun, pen gun, that kind of thing.
Did you know so much? I got so much stuff to learn from you. Adjust automatically, turn it up. What is this? Oh, echo cancellation must be off. What is this again? Do not turn this off unless you have a high quality microphone wearing headphones. This settings enables. Okay, let's turn it off. Let's see what happens. What is this? Sure. I don't know.
Just to warn y'all guys, he has no idea what he's doing.
I have no idea. Dude, they can't hear. So I turn this on.
Yeah.
They initially hear it and then it goes off or something. So let's see if this even works. I gotta ask. Hey, can you guys hear? I'm like, what? Why can't I? There's my huge wallet here.
Yeah, his huge wallet. No brag there, you know.
Something's got to be huge, and it happens to be the wallet. Wait. I really got to ask this, guys. I'm going to try to strum a few times just to let me know if you guys can continuously hear the sound clearly. How about this? Volume is down.
Yeah.
How about this? Is it, can you guys hear? No?
Oh.
Audio is way down, it says. Dude, I can't figure this thing out. I can't, for the life of me. Reduce background, improves.
So we've got some people saying...
Everything good or no? Because this mic volume is up.
Some people are saying it's fine, though.
How about now? This is like as high as it can be. My whole. No.
Well, yeah, I mean,
it works well enough to hear you. All right.
I don't know, it looks like kind of a mixed bag.
Oh, wait, you know what? Why don't we just, dude, come on. We can listen ourselves. Gosh, geez. Weren't you an FBI agent?
You solved crimes, right? Real quick, while he's doing that, let's hear.
All right, I'm going to try to do this. Hold on.
So ghillie shooter. So actually, that's another good point. Is that not only are there different 9mm, like 9x17, 9x18, 9x19, 9x21, 9x23. There are multiple of some of those. There are different 9x21s, or there's like 5 different 9x23 millimeters.
The only thing that matters is 9x19.
So
that's the only common.
That's the thing that's so weird is that there are so many different calibers that can get confusing. But that is also a great point. So,
damn, I can't believe you saw that. Hit nuke. There we go. All the way down. All right, so sounds good to me minus the distort. Wait, it's supposed to be distorted. Let me see. Hold on one sec. Live. All right.
So YouTube sounds pretty good, right? That's where you're.
Dude, that sounds good, man. Okay, that's fine. All right, so. Do you know this? Do you know the song or no? Love this thing. All right.
All right, so
Let's do the thing and get out.
Yeah, 9x39 is also really cool. It's kind of like,
Oh, that's still Gilly. 9x39. I didn't even know that existed.
so it's Russia's like kind of subsonic version of 7.62x39, and so it's kind of like how 300 blackout to 5.56 is like 9x39 to 7.62x39.
9x39. Okay. All right, guys. I'm not all that good, so I mess up here and there. So I just want people to know. So I don't want anybody to expect like, oh, this Jimi Hendrix stuff from me. So
Freebird.
what? We're gonna do the
No, just
Star
go ahead.
Spangled.
Yeah.
No, I think it's off. It's not tuned. Like this sounds really off. This G is not tuned from tune, dude. It really throws me off. Hold on. G just sounds too. This doesn't sound like. Hold on. Let's continue.
Rock was too strong. All right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I told you it's gotta go down a little bit.
So guys, this is a treat. I don't know that I've ever heard Kaya play the guitar really before. He doesn't really do it at work. So plus he's getting here to be my first live stream. So this is all.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to represent, dude. There we go. This. Yeah, not. I guess tune. It was just slightly out of tune, but okay. So, all right. So, I'll give it one more try. Good, and then we're getting out of here. Wait. Hold on. All right, got it.
Thanks, Searching. Thanks, Gilly Shooter. Geo's, you're the man. He's really eating that up, isn't he, folks? He's over here. All right, guys, it was so much fun being on stream today. Definitely got to be back. I don't know if I'm going to get my own setup. Like I said, my house is a chaos. But
Yeah,
Definitely have to try to make it back sometime. Guys, again, thank you for all your nice words. I appreciate all the encouragement, man. So
Good. Thanks for stopping by the way.
Yeah,
Really, because Matt literally just worked all day, drove up north to Charlotte to my place here till 9 o'clock, and then got to drive back home. So
yeah,
thanks,
I
man.
have to start work at actual work hours as well. Like, you know, start work at 7. So
Yeah.
But guys, you know, again, we'll see you again. I mean, keep those comments coming. Keep sending in the pictures of your builds so we can critique those. But
Yeah, good times, man.
God, thanks for having me in your house, man.
Thanks, dude. Really appreciate you. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the super chats. Thanks for commenting, asking questions. Really appreciate you guys coming out here and giving us a chance to explain, you know, kind of tell you guys about us and talk about guns.
Yeah.
So thanks, guys. Take care. We'll see you hopefully next Wednesday. Out. Bye-bye. And hit this button.